This week we lose the dolly and drop the molly as we discuss the 2022 slasher, Terrifier 2. Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Bloody Bits Horror Show. I am your host, Eddie, the Axe Jefferson, and joining me, as always, it's Tim, just the tip Yobo. How are you doing today, good sir?
That should have been my nickname. I might have gotten a little bit more lucky, right? I got a trustworthy face, right? Come on.
Yeah, you just got to put a bag over it, Tim, but we are not alone on this journey. Thank God Candice isn't here, but joining us from the Wednesdays We Talk Weird podcast, 40 investigator and longtime friend of the show, it's Asherz. How are you doing today?
I'm doing great. I'm glad that you invited me on for this very vanilla flick.
Other than maybe Thanksgiving, this might be the most vanilla flick we've had you on for. That's a very good point.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Are we disappointed? Are we letting you down, Asherz? Is that it?
Oh, no, I love this movie. Spoiler alert, I love this movie. So this is good.
It's a fantastic movie. And speaking of just an all-out love fest, longtime friend of the show, our friend Wick. How are you doing, good sir?
I love it. You give Asher's pedigree, and I'm just this gadfly who comes in and does podcasts.
Well, what do you want? Guy who posts miniatures.
Wick's tip.
Film historian, longtime critic.
Film historian. My God.
Anything? No? All right, fuck it.
Film historian.
No, I changed my mind.
Look, Eddie, we could use that. We could put that on like our bio that we had a film historian on our show. Just, like asterisk, Wick.
What does that mean to be a film historian? You've studied the history of film?
Well, I have, but I'm not. Now I'm nervous about giving any sort of credentials or sounding in any way intelligent. So I'm just a guy who likes movies. How's that?
You know what? Show. That's better than being a film historian in my book, good sir, because today of all the days, we are in week 3 of December. By the way, Candice isn't here. And thank God.
That's your Christmas present, yeah.
Yeah, that's my Christmas
present.
Last
week I wasn't there. Now Christmas. Now it's you know what it is? This is like when like a TV show been on like for 5 or 6 years. And they had to show the stars of the show, hey, we could do the show without you, so you can take 2 or 3 episodes off, God. Right? So when you come back, don't ask for too big of a raise, Candice.
Yeah, that's, you know what? I actually made a joke about that on Daniel's podcast. I said we're in contract negotiations. I'm trying to figure out how to pay her less than nothing. So maybe if I can just suck the joy out of her life when she's recording, maybe that would be less than nothing. But she's here in spirit. But we are here at December, week 3, a month of my selections, except for the last one, you fuckers. And we're covering Terrifier 2, one of my favorite films of 2022. So I'm going to go around the room first, though, and we're going to do Candice's favorite segment. What has everybody been consuming since I last spoke to you? And since she's not here, Tim, you're her stand-in. What have you been consuming, my friend?
Well, I think it's something she talked about. I watched the first 3 episodes of, the Guillermo del Toro fucking Cabinet of Curiosities. I think it's on Hulu or Showtime. It's like an anthology of all short little horror stories. Really fucking good so far, the first 3 episodes. And, well, my plan was to have a couple of shots of sojo, do 100 milligrams of edibles, but when I opened up the package, I actually had an extra piece. So I was like, nice. This is a sign of the gods. So I should have 200 milligrams of an edible. God,
it's a Festivus miracle.
Yes. Plus, I'm smoking some wedding cake vape that somebody was very nice and sent me. Thank you, listeners out there in Radioland.
Thank you, Manscaped.
Yeah. Yeah, Manscaped. Oh, that's right. Manscaped is getting me high.
Technically.
Probably not a good combination, though. Manscaping yourself and getting stoned, right?
What about the other one that they sent you? How's that hitting you?
The other one, I haven't tried that one yet because I want to go through this one first because I don't want to open that other one up, and then because I'm a little bit weird with that. I think once I open it up, it's going to start to go bad. It's going to leak after a while. But
gotcha.
These are the legit ones. The legit ones probably don't do that, but
gotcha. But then is this
that wedding cake?
Oh my! Are you hitting it right now?
Yes,
Tim. That is irresponsible, my friend.
No, it's okay because it's got a little California thing on it, so it's legal, right?
That's true. It is legal.
You're in New York.
Well, come on.
The law is the law.
How does it hit you, though? Like, compared to the things you've been getting out there, how's the strength?
Not only does it taste incredible. It is so fucking nice and strong. But, yeah, Jesus Christ. This is like the difference between moonshine and like a fucking $200 bottle of whiskey. Both are going to get you fucked up, but this one isn't going to fucking kill you, make you blind, to give you popcorn lungs.
Popcorn lungs. It's a little higher class. No, I know. It's what is it? Phenylpropanol or glycol? Phenyl glycol. Gives you inhale it. The guy got it from eating popcorn every fucking day. All right. So you know what? That's a good thing to be consuming. I'm going to throw it up here, though, now, and I'm going to go with you, Wick. It's been a while since you've been on the show, sir. Glad to have you back. What have you been consuming, or what do you just want to tell us about that you've been maybe consuming since you were last on the show?
I don't think anybody cares. I certainly don't. Not at this part of the podcast. Nothing, man. It's Christmas. I've got a 12-year-old who I've been trying to buy shit for. And I spend most of my evenings either shopping for stuff online and or wrapping shit and getting it all ready. So that's literally consumed me for the last, 2 weeks or so. That's it.
I feel you.
Did you get her anything good? What'd you get her?
Well,
by the time she hears this, Christmas is going to be over, right?
By the time she hears this, she's going to be 18.
Show, right?
I'm not going to let her listen to that. I don't want her corrupting you guys.
It's not like Candice's kids that she just fucking lets run around. Like
See, that's what Candice is doing today. Candice is playing the old rope-a-dope on her son. He thinks she's recording right now. And she's going to run into his room and see what he's watching on Plex.
Nice. Oh, God. That's nice. Now, I care about my child, so I foster that. So I will try not to expose her to the underbelly of stuff that I participate in, like this podcast. She's getting an iPad for Christmas. That's what she's getting.
Oh, nice. Man. She doesn't care what daddy's doing in the closet for 2.5 hours.
Not at all. Not at all. That's how I buy her love. If you're a divorced guy, you got to have the better present.
Electronics always works.
Yeah, this year's going to be the better present from dad. So I win.
See, I win. I'm not a divorced guy, but my whole plan, and I think I've pointed it out on the podcast, has been that I'm going to set such an unrealistic high watermark for men to my daughters that they're fucked for life. Like
no, don't do that, dude, because they'll go the other way.
No, they won't.
Crazy?
They'll be fine.
No, you got to do that like 60-40.
64, just like smack them in the mouth every once in a while.
No, I'm not advocating for that.
Okay, so maybe I need to get a brain tumor, drink a whole bottle of Jack. Don't go
Alec Baldwin on them, but something a little bit later.
And drive into a transformer. So then we'll go over to you then, Asherz. It's been a minute since you've been on. Not too long, though, because you were here for Thanksgiving. I'm glad to have you back, though, again. And especially I had to invite you back for this one because, come on.
She's like an all-star at this point, right?
Yeah. She's one of my favorites. So, Asherz, what have you been consuming?
Yeah, that's a good question. So I am still consuming Pokemon Violet.
Okay.
And
wow.
I still am. Well, I had some life events and, of course, the holidays. My daughter, she her birthday is December 17th. So she's 8 days before Christmas. So it sucks.
That's the worst. That's the worst. My ex-wife's birthday is today. That's why I was worried about being late for it. And a week before Christmas sucks. That's the worst time to have it.
That's rough.
It is. It's hard. So I've been busy with that. But Pokemon Violet, I'm still trying to get through. I know that probably nobody here and probably nobody that listens to the show has ever heard this. I think it's too big. It's just too much.
I've never heard that before in my life.
Can we isolate that?
Yeah, sure. I got that here. I'm going to go ahead and mark the time stamp on that one down. Asherz, thank you so much.
Yeah. It's going to cost you. It's going to cost you $2 every time you play it, though. So just keep that in mind.
Okay.
We need to make an audio NFT.
Send that part to me, and then I'll put it on my OnlyFans. But
there we go.
No, it's a great game, but there's so much to do, and then I keep forgetting what the hell I'm doing when I put it down and revisit it in 3 days, and going back and forth. So I'm disappointed with that because I could play Pokemon before and not really get that sidebarred with it. But there was still plenty to do that satisfied my need for, side quests and things like that. So right, okay. I still don't know how I feel about it yet.
Yeah.
No, I agree, Candice. That's Candice.
Don't, Tam.
Asherz. Sorry. Come on, 200 milligrams. Come on, cut me some slack here. All right. I wish that the games would, because with all the fucking hard drives and everything's connected to the internet, why can't the game tell that, I haven't played Red Dead Redemption for 17 months.
Right.
He turned it back on. Give him a fucking 5-minute tutorial on what he's supposed to do on the fucking thing again, right?
Thank you. Yes, absolutely. Yeah. Absolutely.
It needs
100% agree.
There's a little feature that you can do to go and you can talk to the people at the Poke Center. What the fuck happened to Nurse Joy? Does anybody know? Maybe I'm missing that.
Good question. No, she vanished because now the Poke Center is like a gas
right on the
station.
internet right now. What's up with Nurse Joy?
What's going on?
That'll be great. That's a great thing to Google.
Yeah, they changed the Poke Center to like a 7-Eleven. It's weird. There's no more. Yeah, Nurse Joy, and then also there's no more nurseries or anything. If you want to breed your Pokemon, you have to have a picnic.
You know what? And I was playing around with Pokemon breeding, and one of my Pokemon. So I'm having a picnic, and I just kind of let it sit. I'll let my Switch sit while they're picnicking. One of my Pokemon was going nuts, and I'm like, that one's definitely getting fucked right now. And it's so weird.
So great.
Think about you know what's happening with that Pokemon.
You turn the Switch upside down. You're like, I don't want to watch. I feel weird.
And Tim kind of nailed it. Tim was really about once you're off something for a while and you're back into it again and you're completely disoriented, it compounds over time, particularly if it's something that's a few months ago. I have not played World of Warcraft for literally 10 years. Right before I went to China to adopt my daughter, I remember playing and thinking, okay, well, I'm probably not going to get to this for a while. And
did you win a contest?
Well, just one thing after. Oh. Yes, that's how I won my child.
No, Tim, he was tired of farming gold.
It's World of Warcraft, man. It's like one of the biggest games in the world. So who knows?
No, Tim, he was tired of farming gold in the game, so he figured he'd just go to China. He'd go to the source.
Exactly. I was just going to pick some up while I was there. But becoming a dad and getting involved with all that, it just sort of fell by the wayside. And maybe a couple of months ago, they released a new expansion, and it's dragons and shit. And so I logged back in after not doing it for 10 years. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing anymore. Everything is different.
It seems like a no-brainer just to do that shit, right? Just give you the option. Like, we notice you haven't been on for X amount of days. Right. Do you want a refresher on what you're supposed to be doing at this point?
Yeah,
exactly.
Actually, there was a game. It didn't do it with how to play the game, but it did it with the storyline fucking perfectly. And that's Dragon Quest XI. Whenever you log in after you've just, turned off the console and you're playing it for the first time in a minute, it's like, all right, here's a little synopsis of what the story so far. And it's dynamic.
Nice. That's a good idea.
Yeah. So
like a little flashback thing. Yeah.
So depending on where you are in the story, it changes it. And it's just, it's a little slideshow real quick, and it sums it up perfectly. So
it's kind of
imagine stepping away from any Metal Gear Solid game.
Oh, God.
Right.
for 3 minutes and then turning it back on and trying to figure out what the fuck is going on.
Yeah, just to catch you up to the story and just to give you an idea what the hell's going on, they should give you like a previously on Twin Peaks kind of thing every time you log back in.
Exactly.
Say
Such a great idea.
If they do that, we should all get residuals.
$1 billion idea.
Oh, yeah. I mean, don't get me wrong. Listen, I wish I could just sit and do a game and play a game until completion. I'm in my 30s. I can't. It's just not the thing. Yeah. And I'm the one with the money buying all the games, right? So cater to me. I don't understand.
I know.
But who am I?
I know what you mean. That's why games like Vampire Survivors and stuff are so great, because there's no story. You can drop into it for 15 minutes and then just be done.
Who plays that for 15 minutes? You play that for the whole half an hour until that Grim Reaper shows up.
Tim, you play it for 15 minutes 9 times is how you play that game. Oh man, it's bad. It's bad. So I'm a little bit along with everybody here. I've been consuming consumerism in shopping for my wife, my 2 daughters. Oh my God. that's just been fucking insanity for Christmas. Then, Wick, I got to ask you what server you're on, buddy. It bit me too.
Oh, did you hop in?
Yeah, I'm back on. Yeah. I'm back on the war crack.
Well, how long, excuse me, how long ago, how long has it been for you since you
how many years sober do I have? Well, let's see. My last fucking binge. No, I quit right after Burning Crusade.
Oh, Christ, so, that's about
the At the time, too, I was in charge of a guild that was like 200 people. And I was like, I'm just fucking done. We were doing raids where I had to coordinate like 40 people in Molten Core or an Exia's lair. Like, no, DPS, everybody start up the DPS. Oh, okay, stop. They need to peel aggro. Like, and you know what that means.
All the fucking shit you give me and Candice talking about Star Wars.
Yeah, that was probably...
And you, Wick, and one other motherfucker who listens to this podcast half understood what the hell you two were just talking about. Okay, all right, I see.
So I've been fucking around with that.
Everybody else is a nerd except for you.
That's true. I've been fucking around with that just a little bit. Just a little dollop of that, like the little bit of sour cream on the side of the enchilada platter.
Yeah, but that's that.
That's the thing. I agree.
No, yeah.
You slide into it, and then it gets deeper and deeper and deeper, and then you're up to your neck in it, and you've spent 6 hours, and you're a fucking dragon.
Or have you ever just started over at a certain point?
Oh, all the time.
Just like, you know what? I'm so fucking lost. It doesn't even matter. I might as well start over
all the time. Yeah, and that's what I thought I would have to do when I dove into it a couple weeks ago, because I thought, well, shit, I'm going to be lost. I know that things are changing. I mean, when I say things have changed, not just the game mechanics, like the map is different. Am I wrong, Eddie?
It's a different world entirely.
Yeah.
Tim, it's so
Stellaris
bad.
is the game that I've had to restart that game like 12 fucking times. Every time there's like a major update.
Right.
Yeah.
I don't know if you know what that game is, but it's a PC 4K game. And it's just fucking incredible game. But Jesus Christ, every time it's an update, it's like fucking 18 gigs. And it's a completely different game every time.
Yep. There you go, man. No, Tim, it's so bad. I logged in. I had a max level character from way back in the day that I deleted just because I wanted the name. I was like, well, that's my name, so I have to delete this character and start over at 1.
What a fucking nerd.
Yeah.
Jesus
I would park
Christ,
names
man.
like crazy.
Why don't you just like make it like you're a junior? You're like the son of Edward the Axe.
Nah, they don't let you do that on the game.
Yeah, you can't do that. That doesn't make sense in the World of Warcraft
Come on,
universe.
Tim.
Dork.
Okay. Right. There's no stay-at-home dads in World of Warcraft.
We're junior, huh? You know like nothing of Warcraft.
Like you could put a space in your name in Warcraft, Tim. Come on. Okay, so the reason we're here, though, Terrifier 2. And I'm gonna start with the oldest as far as on the podcast. Tim, what's your experience with the film Terrifier 2?
Well, I saw it like maybe like 2 weeks after it came out, and I think I saw it a little bit later because I think you already saw it, Eddie. Right? Did you see it in the movie theaters?
Yeah.
Am I spoiling your how you? Well, I guess
go for it. I don't give a fuck.
Everybody, Eddie saw it in the movie theaters, so when he talked, just skip ahead 30 seconds.
There you go.
And you said that you loved it, and somebody else who was in the Discord said that they liked it and had like an H.P. Lovecraft thing going on with it. So I'm like, all right. And so it was like over 2 hours. I liked the first movie. We did a show about it. I was like, I don't know, a 2-hour fucking movie of this, but it held up. And the second time I watched it, it held up. And now the third time that I watch it to record this, it still holds up and it gets better every time.
Tim, this is number 3 for you. That's awesome, buddy.
Oh no, it's a great fucking movie.
Glad to hear.
There's so many fucking great things in it, so many great characters, and it's a 2-hour plus movie that maybe you could have cut 10 minutes out of it a little bit.
Yeah. You could cut a bit out of it.
It still wasn't like really long or anything like that.
Gotcha. Okay, so now
it didn't feel long, I should say.
I'm going to kick it over to you, Asherz. What is your history with Terrifier 2?
Yeah, so art started getting really big, and then of course they came out with the sequel. And I really wasn't, I just watched Terrifier for the first time, a couple of weeks before, maybe not a couple of weeks, maybe a couple months before this came out. And I didn't really get it, I guess. I didn't really see, it was okay, I didn't think it was great. But I even backtracked, I went OG and I watched All Hallows Eve, and that really wasn't that great either. And I was like, but I didn't, like I said, I didn't really get it, but I still wanted more, and I'm so happy that I asked for more and I got more because I love this movie. I love it. You know, now they have written this character of Art, and I like, you know, I got really into it, and I was trying to like dig through the lore, because you kind of get a little more lore in it, right? But you still don't get the whole story, you know.
You get just enough.
Just enough.
You get enough
right.
that you could. It could be whatever. All four of us could have a different idea what his fucking origin is, where he's going, where he's from, and all that shit, and it all works. None of us are going to be wrong,
right? But I feel like,
well, Candice would be wrong.
You know, it makes me worried for the future of it, because I still want more, but I don't know if they can continue doing that to him. I think that people are going to get uninterested. So I don't know. But either way, this movie in general, I watched it about a couple weeks after it came out, after everybody had all the hype. I mean, I was just going to see it when it was like out streaming, or I could buy it or whatever. I didn't want to go to the theater until everybody started talking about how fucking horrible it is. And, you know, that's my thing.
Well, yeah, they got you, see?
I was like, oh.
If you see this movie, you'll throw up from your vagina.
The marketing, oh my God, yeah.
I was there for it. I was like, yeah, let me see this. Now, it wasn't that bad. But then again, you know, I'm a little bit biased. So maybe for the regular crowd.
Yeah, that's true.
But it, you know what? It still gave me.
You're the one eating fucking shrimp scampi watching.
Exactly.
The movie
right. I'm like, this is simple. You know? And, you know, but I still really enjoyed it. I have watched it. I typically don't rewatch movies. I probably watched this movie like 5 times now.
Damn.
Wow. All right. So she got me beat by 2.
Okay.
I just want to say, because I forgot to, I think Art the Clown, I almost said Art the Bell again.
I do that too. Yeah.
Yes. Okay. Art the Clown, I think, is one of the best new horror characters since the original 2 or 3 Freddy movies.
Yeah.
I want to see more of him. Every time he's on the screen, it is just incredible fun. It's just, whoever this guy is, he just created a fucking beautiful character for this horror movie.
Yeah, you're talking about David Howard Thornton in 100%. Just to chime in real quick, he's one of them, I think, that's going to go down a lot like Freddy, where you just cannot replace the actor. It's not going to work.
No, there's no way you're going to be able to fucking do a Jason Voorhees on this.
No. So, Wick, what about you, buddy? What's your history with Terrifier 2?
Well, I want to go back to Terrifier, because Asherz kind of mentioned that as well, and kind of where it all started. And I think it's a prime example. I've tried to discuss this sort of thing before. It never works in something like the Discord or a forum where you're chatting, because somebody always assholes out. But there's a certain mood that you're in when you see a movie that influences what you think of the movie. And that's a given. Like, we've all done that. The reason why Candice likes half of the shit that she likes is because she was 16 and everything was fun still. Right. So this is a prime example of that. I saw the original Terrifier on like a special showcase night at a local theater that just does like cult movies and underground stuff. And I had no idea what it was. I hadn't been following anything for a while. I went in with a friend and we just sort of sat in the back and started watching it. And it blew the back of my skull out because it was just so fucking ridiculous. And I know a lot of people...
With a double barrel shotgun.
Pretty much. And I know a lot of people kind of have a problem with the original one because it's not, quote unquote, as strong or whatever. But I thought it was ideal for what it was, which was, and you guys, when you covered this, sort of talked about it. It's pretty much a resume for Leo.
100%. Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. I see that a lot. I mean, because, well, you know, Tim was talking about Star Wars.
Halloween, really fucking deep, fucking well thought out.
There you go.
It was fucking Friday the 13th.
There you go.
Deep fucking movie on different levels.
And he did something perfect with the second one because he's doing exactly that. Oh, you guys kind of like this? Well, now I'm going to go really, really deep, but I'm not going to go so deep and spell it out for you that it becomes... Nightmare 4 or something like that, where like, everything is right there and we're even going to give you flashbacks. I'm just going to, I'm going to keep giving you mythology, and I'm going to do it the way that I want to. And I think that Terrifier 2 does almost exactly what it needed to do and what like the Nightmare on Elm Street stuff did so well, which was, I'm going to give you more. I'm going to give you something interesting. I'm going to feed you some more lore and do it right, but I'm also going to do it different because now I got a little bit of a bigger budget and I've got enough, my balls are big enough now to give you what I really want to give you. You know?
Yeah. How much was the budget for this movie?
It was still cheap.
$250,000.
Yeah.
How much?
$250,000.
Yeah. Okay, I have an idea. For the next movie, double his budget. Don't give this guy fucking $10 million to make a movie, okay? Because that's when it's going to get blown up and turn into shit.
Right.
Yeah.
Give him a little bit more money than he had now, and carte blanche. Whatever you can do with it. double the budget from this movie. He could do some shit.
And the issue is,
give him too much money. I don't know.
The issue is also when you give somebody $10 million, you expect a $10 million movie.
Exactly.
So the producers are going to come up and they're going to say, "This is what we want." And if you're
stringing, he strung the original Terrifier together with nuts and bolts and spit and wishes, right? And he came up with a serviceable movie. It's almost 90 minutes. I think it's just under an hour and a half, right? And it pushes the buttons and it does the stuff right. And I think it's a hell of a good movie. So when I sat down to watch this one and I heard, well, this one is bigger and we're trying to top ourselves and stuff, I kind of I clenched. I was like, oh God, so now we're gonna show off. But I don't bandy this term around a lot as a film historian, but this
AKA film enthusiast.
Have it your way. This is a fucking masterpiece. This is what you do when you care more about making a movie than just showing off to people that you can make a movie. Does that make sense?
Yeah. I totally see what you're saying.
Yeah. And I don't think that he had a third one in mind. I think that he threw everything he possibly could at this one in case he wouldn't be able to keep going. Agreed. And if there is a complaint, it's a legitimate complaint. I agree. It's about, like Tim said, it's about 10 minutes too long. Maybe there's a little bit of repetition to the end that he could have slink by.
That's where I would cut. That would be where I would cut a little bit of the time towards the end.
But the people who are just absolutely hating on it and it's not it, it's stupid, it's like, what the fuck? And I'll say another thing.
Bunch of assholes.
Before I get good and drunk, although it'll sound better if I was good and drunk when I said it, is the whole thing about it being too long. And Tim didn't complain, so he's off the hook with this. But it's more than shut the fuck up. The one thing I am so sick of as a film historian is people bitching about the lengths of movies. Shut up. Watch the fucking movie. If you're binging a goddamn show on Netflix, you don't go, whoa, it's 10 episodes long. You watch the whole thing and then you go to bed and you got no laundry clean. Fuck off.
No.
I hate
movies are like dicks. If it's good, it's just the right length.
Yeah,
right?
A good movie's never long enough, and a bad movie's never short enough.
I just made that up. I should make a T-shirt.
That would be it. I'd buy it. Yeah,
make $1 million. No.
I like complainers.
The other T-shirt that I was thinking about is sometimes white women are right.
Oh God,
Jesus Christ!
I'm gonna sell that at Trump rallies. I'll make a fucking mint. All the women are gonna buy it.
Yeah, no, that's fair. That's fair. So yeah, I saw this one in the theater, and it's tight. It's a good movie. So I guess we'll get into.
Yeah, it's tight. It's one of my favorite movies. That's why I picked it for this month.
So tight.
No, I mean, what am I gonna say about the fucking movie? I think I'm gonna kind of parrot what Wick said here. I love what he does with the lore, in that he expands the lore, but he does so horizontally, right?
Yeah.
He doesn't go to the depth of like, okay, here's the history of what a Terrifier is. In the beginning, there are 3 evil sleep nightmare demons that all infected Mr. Fred Krueger, and now...
I was just going to say, I hope I don't piss off Bobby, but I hope we don't see in Terrifier 3 that this guy is a fucking birth of a fucking clown raping 1,000 nuns in an insane asylum. Oh, wait, the other way around.
They go an inch deep and a mile wide with the lore. And that's exactly for something like this.
Perfect.
For horror, that's what you want to do. You want to be always just throwing out other leads that can go to different fucking places. I think And
again, I'm sorry, Eddie. I'm tripping on these fucking edibles. But if you watch Halloween, if you watch Friday the 13th, how he comes back in the beginning of this movie should not be anything that you go, oh no, fucking bullshit, man. I didn't see somebody pissing on his grave. Right. I didn't see somebody electrical bolt coming out of the sky and getting on the piss on this guy's grave or some shit like that.
I will forgive Jason Lives until the end of days because that movie is just so fun. Is
that the one with Horseshack?
Yeah, it's the getting struck by lightning one, Tim. It's stupid as fuck, but it's fun. And this movie, I think. So when they talked to Damien Leone, right, his whole thing was he got a lot of criticism that there was no narrative in Terrifier. So he's like, oh, you want narrative. You want narrative. Okay, let's get narrative. And his lead character in here is his protagonist. He had written a previous screenplay about Sienna, right?
Yeah.
And he was like, all right, let's fit her into this. And he spent like 3 months writing a screenplay of like her story, her backstory, everything that surrounds her, and then just showed you enough.
Yep.
In this, you don't get bludgeoned over the head with Sienna Warrior Princess. It's,
can I ask a question?
Yeah.
It's directed mainly to Asherz, because this sort of folds directly into like a focus of your principal interest.
Sure.
Or, things being better because you don't really know are what are more compelling. I mean, that's the whole compulsion. With your, I'm constantly seeing you posting and being involved with cryptozoology and all of that. If you knew definitively, it wouldn't be as appealing. Tell me I'm wrong.
Well, I agree with that. Yeah, 100%.
I mean, part of the reason why you're on board with what you're on board with is because you're slowly unraveling and you don't have all the answers. And as soon as you do get a definitive answer and it can be debunked or it can be pushed to the side or it can be explained away, it's not as interesting as the stuff that isn't. So here's a movie where they're doing what Eddie's talking about. They're just broadening things out sideways instead and giving you something to interpret or some reason to be interested in. I think that's why that works. I think that's why a lot of stuff that people like us, quote unquote, and I'm including all of us in this, all of us film historians, what we're really into is that unknown thing. It's that itch you can't really scratch.
What I'm going to say is that, like, because like you guys are backtracking, mostly Tim, and shitting on like previous like films of like, you know, bigger franchises. But honestly, I think that kind of has trained us to enjoy something like Terrifier 2 more, because like I don't fucking need a reason why Art is alive. Like I'm fine with it. Like I don't need reasoning for his supernatural capabilities. Like I'm fine with it. I've seen it enough, right? Previously that I don't need it. And so I feel like it kind of gives us as horror fans, it like allows us to go, you know what? You can just accept it. It's just a fucking crazy demonic clown killing people, and that's fine.
Yeah. Right. And you,
plus, I would think it's almost straight across the board. When they do explain it too much, it never works.
Yeah, that's what ruins it, right? It's the explanation. Yeah, it does. And that's what Wick's trying to say here.
And I'm not shitting on Nightmare Friday or Halloween. Those, I would just say that they walked so that things like this could run, like this, or like
they are what they are, right?
Yeah,
I like them. And I just but it's because I accept that that's what they are, because I already accept that.
Not any of those new Halloweens, though. Let's just get let's all.
Okay, all right. But go back to when the quote unquote explanation stuff or the exposition stuff for these mythological creatures that we're talking about actually happened. It didn't happen in Friday the 13th Part 3, really. I mean, they touched upon it, but they did. Or I'm sorry, Nightmare 3. They touched upon it, but they didn't really go deep into it. It was a ghost story with a ghost nun, and that was about it. It only got deeper and more intricate as the 90s progressed and people wanted more answers. And sort of what Asher said is, the longer you stretch it on, the more that you're kind of feeding a specific demographic to like that. Same thing with Halloween. I forget which one it turns in that Laurie's his sister, but it's not within the first 3 movies or 4 movies, right?
No, Laurie's his sister in the second
original,
right?
Oh,
do they pull that out there? Right.
Yeah.
But no, it's the third or the fourth one where you come up with the thorn fucking...
The third one.
Right, well, that's exactly. And with Friday the 13th, you get the same sort of thing. It's like after a while, he was a maniacal killer in the second one. In the third one, he's back. In the fourth one, he's dead. It's like...
But really... Even back then, I don't remember people clamoring for, I have to know what Michael Myers back then.
No, studios
I just want a Halloween movie with Michael Myers.
The producers were. The producers were like, the only way we're going to sell this thing is if we have answers. We still have to have
more tits, idiots. That's all you had to do. More tits.
Tits and blood.
The backstory is this guy likes tits.
No, Tim, and you're 1,000,000% right. But it goes back to Hitchcock. Hitchcock always used to say that fear is scarier than a scare. Yes. Like if I hold the gun up, it's the classic scene from House of a Thousand Corpses when they're holding the gun to the back of the cop's head and it just zooms out for an uncomfortably long amount of time. You don't even need to hear the gun fire. You don't need the shock. It's the anticipation. That's the dread. That's the fear. Seeing what the monster is removes the mystery and it destroys because whatever you could imagine in your head is always going to be 1,000,000 times worse than what they can put on film.
Right.
Always. So speaking of putting things on film, this was released in 2022. It was a huge success, making a box office of just over $12 million.
Wow.
$2 million.
What a fucking
on
return.
a budget.
So this dude should pretty much have carte blanche for like his next movie, right? Like, give me $5 million, shut the fuck up, and let me show you what I have.
I'd like to see what else he could do.
I would love to see that in a different universe, 100%.
Yeah.
But because I love his world building, he's great at that.
Yeah.
So he funded this initially on Indiegogo. He set a goal of $50,000, got $250,000. Begun principal photography in 2020. COVID lockdown hits. He was forced to shelve the project, and it finished its production July of 2022. Was released to a very, very limited one weekend screening in the theaters.
Of people who just got off of a roller coaster after eating Mexican food.
Where
brilliant fucking timing.
And William Castle, we love you, buddy.
Yeah.
He should have been selling barf bags. He should have been making people sign insurance waivers, because all the press could talk about was viewers vomiting and passing out. That's the one. Vomiting we've seen before. Passing out during screenings of the film.
They should have billed this as the anti-woke movie.
It made you sleep? That doesn't sound good.
Made you pass out?
The sleepy movie, Tim. That doesn't sound good for a terror-filled movie. I don't want to fall asleep. Come on, buddy. During the screenings of the film, then everybody had to see it. So they said, okay, we'll do another weekend. Made $1 million that weekend. Okay, we'll do another weekend, and it snowballed. That's it,
no more. After that, nope, done.
Over and over, it snowballed.
I wonder if that was all planned. I wonder if there was a conspiracy to it. Is this like a Twinkies situation where,
I think it is a brilliant marketing. I think somebody just hit on it.
I worked at a movie theater. Okay, so I was a manager of a movie theater for 5 years. Okay, local theater. And when this movie came out, in my 5 years, we never had anything cool like that happen. We just had like Star Wars or whatever. But when this movie came out, I wanted to know. So I went back and asked my theater friends, like, hey, what is going on? No, these are real life people that reported to me that people were leaving. People were upset. People were having to stand out in the hallways. No, nobody puking or passing out.
Leaving, I've been.
Okay, now here's my question about that. Is that the first wave of people who are like the people like us who would be going to see this movie, or the people going to see it because they saw on their CBS local affiliate that people are throwing up and going after seeing this movie? Like, hey, let's go see this movie this weekend, but let's have some Mexican food.
I'll tell you, Asherz is probably right here, because I have been to movies, horror movies, and seen like the crowd just fucking leave because they couldn't deal.
Yeah.
Like that happens.
Yeah. It's really ridiculous, actually. It's really dramatic. Like you can tell who the Karens are. So we would have people that would come with for movies like Terrifier 2 with like their 5-year-old kids, and they're like, oh, they've seen worse. And I'm like, your kid has not seen worse, I promise. And then they get mad at you because you sold them the ticket. So, that happens a lot.
Yeah. I can't even deal with it.
You know how you end that shit, Asherz? You tell them, guess what? Okay, bitch, you're bringing your fucking kid to a movie like this at midnight on a Tuesday. You got to pay for an adult ticket for his ass to get in. All right, he ain't getting no fucking kid ticket for an NC-17 or a fucking R-rated movie.
Do you travel with a collapsible soapbox that when you just get fucking indignant, you can just pull it out of your back pocket, set it down, stand on it. Okay, bitch, let me fucking tell you.
Yeah, underneath the marquee, man. In case
you want to make $1 million? Sell that. Sell the Yo Box. Go ahead.
Yo Box. Okay, bitch. Let me tell you about the best fucking flavor of Tic Tacs. Since you dumb bitch, you don't know what the fuck the best flavor of Tic Tacs is. It's orange.
Oh, man, where's Ronco when you need it? The Yobo.
Yobco.
Hey, bitch, we'll be back in half an hour. Better get the hell out of here.
I think that's great. Now, we'd have people that would come in for, like, Deadpool to, like, bring their kids. And I'm like, I don't know if they're like, oh, no, they've seen worse. I'm like, your kids have seen worse than a man getting pegged? Like, that's pretty... Do I need to make a phone call?
What you do is you just graphically describe the scene to them in front of their child.
That's a better idea.
Because
I saw a matinee of Irreversible.
Oh yeah.
First of all, that movie shouldn't be a matinee. Secondly, it had a mom and okay. Number two, it's in French, so the subtitles, so that's fun for kids. And I had a mom and 2 kids who came in and sat about 3 rows in front of me, and they left.
It seems so tame for me. I saw when they re-released The Exorcist with the additional footage in theaters. And that place was packed when I went in there. And then I was looking around a little while afterward. And they hadn't even gotten to the crab walk yet or the let Jesus fuck you scene, which, goddamn, that is
pretty
hot.
I would imagine that would be the scene back then that would get people to walk out.
But that place had cleared out. Like, there was only a third of the people in there at that point.
Right. Was it during the Spinal Tap scene? Because that's a scene. Yeah,
that one's rough. That's true. It might have been. You know, that's a good point, Tim.
That's why that movie is so effective, because of all the fucking medical horror that builds up to everything else has been explained. What else? Tim, you're
gonna get me on this tangent where we have to cover that movie. The fact that
that's okay with me. It's one of the best fucking Audible books you could ever imagine listening to, read by the author. Oh my God, that shit will make you fucking
child. You can't escape that because it's your child. You have to take care of it, and you have means. You're not poor. You're not stuck.
I mean, there's a line.
You're not poor. You're not stuck. You have means. You take it out to every expert you possibly can, and they're like, I don't know. God damn, that's so good. Okay.
Isn't it interesting, though, how it changed that? Because the original release of the film, without all that extra footage and with all that syrup around the edges of it, it was just about demonic possession. Or because it was the 70s and people were dumber, it's about the devil and a little girl. But when you watch it now, and wouldn't you also say that if you watch it as a parent, it's a lot more effective? It's a lot more
100%. Yeah.
Fuck me up.
Nothing you can do about it.
You've convinced me. I'm going to, because honestly, I've had this hot take for since I was a teenager that I didn't like The Exorcist. Maybe I need to give it a try.
Give it a shot. You know what? Lazy afternoon, give it a shot. I wouldn't make it my night, but lazy afternoon, give it a shot.
You know what I would do? If instead, I don't know if you're into Audible books, but for real, if you're going to listen to, no, I'm not kidding. If you're going to listen to one, that is one of the top 10 all-time horror Audible books. That shit, just listen, just whenever the guy, because it's read by the author and just his voice, the way he's doing it. Even when they're not talking about anything at all, just regular mundane shit, you're like, what the fuck? You're looking over your shoulder.
So I'm guessing, Asherz, you're poo-pooing it because of the original, but you haven't necessarily seen like the director's definitive, the one that we're talking about, like the expanded version of it.
I mean, I don't remember. I mean, I have no idea which one I watched.
I'll tell you what.
I remember shitting upon it when it was originally out and when I was a teenager and I'm a rebellious little atheist bitch is that, who cares about the devil? Why would the devil care about a little kid, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And the thing that's so good about how they've restored it and put in these additional scenes is there's an incredibly effective scene between the two priests during the exorcism. And I don't want to ruin it for you, but it literally answers everything I'm talking about. And it's devastating. If you're a parent, it's devastating. Yeah. If you're an idiot like me who was constantly up against this stupid movie, the devil is stupid, God is stupid. Like when you hear it, it's like, oh, I'm fucked.
No, that's gutting for sure. I'll make sure the copy on the blood bank is the appropriate one, and then I'd say,
perfect.
Give it a shot. So, written and directed by Damien Leone, starring David Howard Thornton as Art the Clown. Hands down, one of the best performances in a modern slasher. Period. Yes. End of story as an antagonist.
Needs to win an Oscar. Whoever gets like the best new horror icon of the decade. For real.
They submitted this movie for Oscar consideration, and thank the God that doesn't exist that they did. I love it. I love that they have to watch this fucking movie, those stuffed shirt pieces of shit.
Yeah, like they're going to actually watch the movie. How many say they just look at the title and go,
Lauren Laverna is Sienna, Jenna Cannell as Tara, and Catherine Cochran as Dawn. Those are your main actors in this. There are a couple of fun...
What about the mom? She's one of the best characters in the entire movie.
She's pretty fantastic, to be fair.
Tranquilizer.
We'll get to the cameos of a couple of more famous people. I didn't go over like Griffin Pietero, who plays Eric, or Elliot Fulman, who plays Jonathan. Jonathan could be the next Art the Clown, by the way. That gangly fucking kid. Oh my God!
I think that totally set up that way.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
All right, so we'll get to the opening of this. The opening of this is the closing of Terrifier 1. Perfect. Which is a reanimated Art beating to death the coroner with a hammer, ripping his head in fucking half and taking the brains out. Then he picks up some change and heads to the laundromat to wash his clown outfit. And immediately, I'm in love. All right, perfect.
Yeah.
Oh, and when he takes his eyeball out and stuffs it in his empty eye sock. Oh, yeah. God.
Yeah.
But again, kiss cherry on the end of the sundae is, I thought, he's going to keep it in now, and that's going to be his eye for the movie. No, he's just dicking around. He's just douching.
Having fun. He's like, yeah.
He's clowning.
Why not?
Clowning around.
He doesn't like it. That's it. He didn't find the right match. Fuck it. There's going to be plenty more eyes out
for
there.
A laugh.
And remember, this is after he blew his brains out at the end of one to avoid the police so that he could go to the coroner's office.
And isn't it funny how they show like Antifa right in the beginning of the movie to Antifa people running by? I thought, they're going to be dead. But
so then he goes to the laundromat, and here we get to meet, speaking of expanding that lore laterally, the pale girl. Yeah. Now,
no shit. The first time I'm watching it, that kind of fucking.
Oh, you mean the point. When she bile queefs all over the floor, Tim?
No, not even that. Just to look at that little fucking kid's face. Jesus Christ, and that fucking whatever that ponytail style.
Bilequeef is a great band name.
Bilequeef is my favorite anal cunt cover band, by the way. Fantastic.
You guys are posers, man. I was into Bilequeef way before they were cool. They sold out.
Fucking crazy. Because, yes, he just bilequeefs all over the laundromat. And I've never seen that before in a movie, so there you go. From a little kid.
Neither is Art, because Art does that. It's great. It's like,
it's like, what?
All of his reactions, it's just that's what makes this movie. If he is just 1/10 less than how he is, movie is maybe a little bit stupid, but everything is just reading the newspaper, laughing his fucking ass off, and then you see the headline: family of 4 dead in a head-on crash, and he's just laughing and laughing.
All silently.
So nice to see somebody having fun.
All silently, by the way.
Yeah.
And naked while he's at the completely fucking naked.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah. Then the guy in the laundromat's looking at him playing patty cake with somebody who's not there, by the way.
And he's got a regular body too. That's a kind of body I could aspire to.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, he's no Bane. He's just like a regular ass dude. So
come on.
Then like Art cleans up after he's done. He gets his clean clothes on, puts it on, mops up after he's done, then leaves, and we see that the guy that was watching him has been impaled through the head with a mop handle. Then we get the title card, Terrifier 2. Boom. Intro, Sienna. She's making her Halloween angel outfit, but it's more like Valkyrie vibe going on here. Yeah. And by the way, when we get to the outfit, fantastic. All of the practical effects, all of the prop work in this movie, just unbelievable. For this budget, fucking unbelievable. Every penny of this budget is on the screen and more.
Yep.
I was just going to end 2 times more. They really, whatever, they squeezed out every fucking
this was a passion project, 100%. You could tell everybody involved loved what they were doing. I mean, it just oozes out of the fucking screen. It's fantastic.
Didn't this sequence kind of remind you a little bit of like Nightmare 3? Like the whole idea of the project up in the bedroom late at night.
So I got Nightmare 3 vibes on it. And then we get her cool dagger display from her dad.
Go Dad.
Yeah. And then very, very intentionally, we watch her blow out each individual candle with this cool, like, synthwave music soundtrack that's going on underneath the whole thing. It's fantastic.
The only complaint I have about this entire sequence and the detail to it is that when she's done with the airbrush, she clunks it into she's putting on some detail, and then she clunks this $200 airbrush into like a mug in order to keep it like safe, I guess. And she does it sideways. And if it was full of paint, it would have splattered all over the place. Jacques Hughes film. Jacques Hughes.
Well, whoever was working on the prop department.
As an accomplished miniaturist and a film historian, I found that to be
particularly offensive.
Yes, I was.
Yeah. Well, whoever it was on the prop department that was supposed to be there supervising, maybe they were getting a donut, or maybe they were
Doesn't
getting
matter.
a bowl
They were
of
on their
cereal.
game. Give them the night off. They were on their game for everything else because everything on that table was great.
I'm surprised with that kind of $200. You think with the kind of budget they have,
it's down. Well, there's that. I'm sure it was one of Leon's, like the Damien's literally one of his. I keep saying literally. I've had a lot to drink tonight. I'm sure it was one of his old airbrushes that he didn't give a shit about anymore. Here, use this in the scene. So
yeah, makes sense.
I was just upset because you take care of your airbrush people.
You
That's
know
all I'm
what?
saying.
You know what upset me? Whatever the fuck the meat was that the mom was cooking.
Oh my god!
Oh my god! She fucked that steak up. How fucking all right? I don't care. We've all cooked steaks, right? How fucking preoccupied, whatever. How busy can you become with something that you're going to burn a fucking steak like that?
That's impossible, Tim. That is impossible.
Without smoke detector.
Let me tell you a personal anecdote about my mother. Her dogs are fucking terrified every time she cooks. Fucking terrified because it's going to set up the smoke detector.
Something's going to go wrong.
Yeah, it's going to set up the detector. They're terrified of the smoke detector. True story.
You know what just occurred to me, though, symbolically, I don't know if it's intentional or not, but
fire.
She's bad at cooking, she's burning shit, and there's going to be a fire later on. So
That's
I wonder if there's something that he was tapping notes onto for that.
Yeah, not to mention the clown's name is Art, and the father is an artist.
Yeah,
and so is
artistic.
she. And
It's almost like when you think about shit and then write it down, it's better than if you just write shit down. You're right.
Yeah, cool. So they all sit down and have dinner. Mom, her brother Jonathan, and our hero Sienna. And Jonathan's like, "Hey, I'm going to dress up as Art the Clown for fucking Halloween because he just killed like a shitload of people, and that'd be dope to do." And the mom's like, "What the fuck are you talking?" The sister's like, "No, don't do that. Right. That's gross. You're a piece of shit."
It's funny because this movie must have come out before the Jeffrey Dahmer show on Netflix came out, because she says that'd be like people dressing up like Jeffrey Dahmer for Halloween.
Yeah.
That was weird. And then there was the weird trend with all the broads on Twitter being like, I don't know, Dahmer was hot.
Oh, Jesus.
People like Dahmer would have fucking cleaned up nowadays, man. I'm telling you. With DoorDash and shit like that, they would have cleaned up. They could just sit home and fucking order in. Oh, my God. Can you imagine Dahmer on Tinder? Yeah. So then he leaves.
What kind of filters?
He doesn't need any filters, buddy. Let me tell you. So then, the boy goes back up to his room to eat, and they're having a discussion about apparently he's been Google searching serial killers. Fine. Okay. Young boys' interest. Mm-hmm. That's a thing.
Not the worst thing a teenage boy could be.
That's all you found in his search history. Yeah, he's doing fine.
What about Nazis in the Holocaust? Well, wait a minute.
Yeah, well, I mean, look, he could have been searching for some Kanye West music.
Because it's Jew-related. I get it.
The fucking dude wearing a GIMP mask going on the worst podcast.
Here's what's even funny is he's bottomed out now. There's no other shows that are so bad that will let him on anymore. He's bottomed out after
That's
Alex
it.
Jones.
There's nowhere to go from there, because usually the expression "nowhere to go but down." He went down. That's it.
I mean, even Alex Jones was like, "What the fuck? You can't say that."
Yes,
Jones did it.
It's like, dude, there's a code that we use.
Jones very aptly
right?
was like, no. You point out one, and then you blame it on him. You don't point out all of them. That's the trick. You say it's Soros. You don't say it's all of them.
I think it's pretty deliberate.
Yeah, you have to call him globalist.
I think that whole thing is very, very deliberate. I've never heard a Kanye song. I'm completely ignorant of it. I am totally smooth criminaling this thing, a la Yobo. But I do know that the guy knows how to market shit. And Yobo was saying something less than a few months ago about cancel culture, and he was soapboxing it. And I think that it's a question nowadays of like, how far can I go to people really, really remember shit, because he'll be back. Like, I think it's a deliberate thing with Kanye.
Could be
that he's pulling strings. The asshole.
Could be misguided marketing. Makes sense.
Yeah.
Speaking of misguided marketing, Sienna goes upstairs. She takes a little nappy poo during a clown cafe commercial.
Right.
And she wakes up in the middle of a dream where she is part of this clown cafe commercial. And I
anybody else
fucking
have
love
this
it.
fucking song in their head for 2 hours after watching the movie?
8 more days till Halloween, Halloween.
It's up there with that one. Yeah, right?
It's 100% up there. And this was the impetus for my dissertation about how this film is a criticism of capitalism in modern society.
Okay.
So.
Have at it, Eddie.
Okay.
The floor is yours.
So let me open up my document real quick. One moment.
Do you need to get on your soapbox now? Do we have Eddie the Box?
This is Terrifier 2
post box.
I'm going to send him a Yo box.
Terrifier 2 post-capitalism criticism of American culture. The clown dresses as an antiquated mime, a la Marceau, of course, from Germany, from France during the World War, which was one of the last times when America was an exceptional country. But a clown is also a symbol of American consumerism, a la Ronald McDonald, who is literally peddling poison to the youth of America. And this is represented down to the degree of the Clown Cafe commercial, where our hero first interacts with him, while a nun is in the corner begging that with their American excess, they feed this poor homeless man. Which, by the way, our hero Sienna is making her Halloween outfit, which represents the working class, or maybe even trying to skew away from traditional channels of American capitalism, until her wings are burned and she is forced to go to a chain Halloween store. Where is the next time in which she encounters Art the Clown? Where? At the cash register. And why does she encounter him there? Because she forgot her card, her ability to make that purchase. All of the events of this movie take place because of end-stage capitalism and American consumer culture. So, let's get back to the movie.
No, man, that was beautiful.
That's pretty good.
That's a film historian take. Yeah.
That's pretty good.
Hey, you're a film historian.
Thank you.
What's
No, I'm
that?
a terrible commie is what I am. So
hey, Eddie, tell us about how Monty Python and the Holy Grail is all about like corn syrup taking over for sugar.
Listen, buy all of your Coke.
Is that bird dead?
I need to go on an Alex Jones rant about Mexican Coca-Cola. You need to go to Costco and buy all your Coca-Cola from them.
It is the best
fucking
Coke
really
in the
good.
world.
It's
Jesus
really
Christ.
good.
God, I live
Eddie,
right.
Whatever they're charging, I'd pay 3 times as much for, and I'd probably end up sucking
Jesus,
a dick.
okay.
All right, you.
It's Mexican Coke. Come
Eddie,
on.
I think that was a really salient point.
Don't
I think
get
that
that
was
sticker
relatively
just
brilliant,
anywhere.
and I'm sure that some of that is baked into what he was doing, whether it was intentional or not.
Yeah, I think there's a little bit of it, but yeah, maybe. So she's in this dream where she wakes up, and the bell ringing nurse, of course, is begging them to feed this homeless man while everybody's dancing to this fucking terrible song, and a kid is eating Art Krispies, which is filled with bugs and razor blades on the commercial set next door. Mm-hmm. Then he pops in, Art the Clown, of course, because it's the dream sequence. He's Freddy Krueger, right?
Right.
And he hands everybody in here suckers, popcorn, little candies, and little goodies until he gets to Sienna. He gives her a big present. She goes to unwrap it, and inside of it,
she says, maybe it's too big.
This big throbbing chunk of meat is a vile beating heart. Damn it. Inside of there with maggots in it. She drops it on the floor. Fucking Art just starts. By the way, all the extras in this are they're Indiegogo supporters.
I thought so. Yeah, that seems right.
Yeah,
fantastic. It makes sense. Yes. Especially like some of the people you see running around the background and all that.
Fantastic.
Right?
There's suits running around. There's all sorts of people in here. And he whips out a fucking Tommy gun and just deals on everybody. And
That's what I love about this guy is you never see fucking Jason take a gun and shoot somebody.
That was the criticism from the first movie is that he whips out a gun. And I really think this is Leon's way of going like, fuck off, guys. You want to see a gun? Here you go.
That was the best part of the first movie. I
couldn't agree more.
Fucking shoots, and you're like, you're not supposed to do that. What are you doing?
Yeah, that was the point. Yeah. It was like, rules are gone, buddy. Here we go. That was great.
Yeah, he's a sore loser.
Would you rather we shot a kid in the head?
How is this in the sequel not kind of an answer to that? Of like, hey, you guys are really bugged when he had a handgun. Well, look at this.
Because
I love Art with a gun. I love his gruesome kills, but when he pulls out a gun in any other movie, someone pulls out a gun, I'm just like, whatever. When Art pulls out a gun, it excites me.
Ooh,
it's funny. Yeah, and why are people having passports?
What?
There are people standing around while they're doing a song, like the background people, like the adults, and like there's at least 3 people who are holding their passports
because they're Indiegogo supporters, and so they had to fly in from another country.
They're from Canada or some shit.
Tim, this is you noticing the salt shaker. This is what the fucking is in this.
I just thought it was something because I'm like, are these people supposed to be like
what kind of security guard has got a Zippo?
They're trapped in this place.
Yeah.
I thought I was getting feedback there.
I'm sorry. Tim, you do a decent yobo. That's I'm impressed. No, I love it because Art the clown at the end of he's a sore loser. Right, right. Like he whips out the gun at the end of the first one, like, damn it, whatever, bam, okay. So he fucking just deals on everybody, shoots them all the fuck up, then whips out an old school like miner's flamethrower,
fucking flamethrower from like World War II.
Ridiculous.
It's gonna blow out a bunker with that son of a bitch.
Yeah.
This is what crackheads in 1800 used to use.
And then he lights everybody up. First, he starts off with the banjo player, and I'm like, thank God. Then
no, but
she does, and lights up a dude on a trike, and then just a bunch of corporate like suit people. He's having fun. He's having a ball. She crawls around, and she goes into the cereal commercial set, grabs the box of cereal, sticks her hand in it, like looking for razors, I guess, something.
Right.
Pulls it out, finds it's covered in bugs. Art approaches her. She reaches back in, pulls out the blade from her father. He flamethrowers her. It absorbs the flames, and then she wakes up, but oh shit, her wings are on fire. As well as the dagger.
Right.
Yeah. Mom, the hero of the movie, busts in and extinguishes the flames.
Very
That's
realistic.
true. Her reaction, I've been there. Yeah.
She's like, you dumb bitch. What the fuck why did you leave the candles on, stupid? She's like, look, I didn't leave the candles burning. She's like, no, you did, dumbass. She goes back to her room, pulls the dagger out. Dagger's fine, by the way. Dagger's great.
Right. Now, we saw it burning before. Like when she was coming out of her dream haze, it was all on fire.
It was on fire, yeah.
Oh, yeah. There's like what, 2 inches of fucking ash on it.
And it's fine. It's doing great. Then we cut to Art. He's doing his little gear up a la Rambo. But his whole move is like nails in the leg of a table. And then he builds his fucking cat of nine tails. I love that weapon, by the way. The scalpels and the hooks. And
Jesus Christ, man. That's a Mortal Kombat.
I love how smart
weapon,
it is that he's doing all this while the news broadcast from the first movie is playing. So now, instead of what you saw in the first movie and assumed he was ramping up for a night of whatever, is actually part of like it's like a circle, man. It's like Pulp Fiction.
Yep. Yeah, it goes right back to the first movies. The scene where all the way to the culmination of him smashing the TV.
Right.
Yep.
That's right.
So then we cut to Sienna and her friends, and they're talking about the reporter that was doing the interview with the victim of the first movie that survived. Getting her face fucking ripped off and then ripping the face off of the interviewer. And Sienna freaks the fuck out during this conversation because her friend is just like, I bet it looked like the inside of this cookie. Take a look at it. Ugh, gross. I would have rather just fucking died. And I'm like, Jesus, you want to calm down?
What the fuck kind of cookie is she eating?
I don't know, Tim. That's a good point. What the fuck kind
Red
of cookies?
velvet one? I don't know.
Oh, you know what? My wife
See,
makes a peanut butter cookie with jam in it. So it's like a peanut butter jelly cookie. So if it's like a strawberry one, maybe one of those. I could see that, man. Fuck. So yeah, they have this fun little conversation about that. Meanwhile, her brother is hanging out by the dumpsters with all the cool kids.
Right.
And Tim, I got a feeling, Tim, you would have been in school one of his friends.
You know this one?
No. I was smart. I was one of those kids that was smart enough because I went to Catholic school and I made it through unscathed to know nothing good happens behind the garbage cans.
Did you notice that one of the kids is the older brother from Psycho Gorman?
Oh, I did not notice that. Okay.
There you go.
Good call.
Yeah.
I did notice who the teacher is that catches them, but we'll get to that.
Oh my God. My lady friend was on the couch next to me. And when I pointed out who that was, because she didn't because she's never seen her for 40 years.
Yeah.
She blew her top. She was amazed.
Oh, because that's my girl. Miss Principal, Tim. Well, we'll get to it. Anyhow, they find a dead possum. And it's not just playing possum. And they're like, ew, it's dead. What happened? Oh, I think it ate the school meatloaf. And I'm like, it is the year 2022, motherfucker. And I just heard a meatloaf joke. It's not
school meatloaf. Not
Tim,
meatloaf.
it's not
Meatloaf is the mascot at their school. That's his job now.
It's not 1998 where there's the joke where Tom Arnold eats meatloaf and then farts at the dinner table and the stupids. Like, we're not.
It's not hot dogs made of worms. I mean, come on, people.
Hey, that was still one of my favorites. Asherz, you might not be familiar with this. I made my entire school in grade school stop eating hot dogs because there's an ingredient called earthobait that is in it. And I said that was coded because it's worms, because they come from the earth and people use them as bait. So earthobait. They had to have an assembly to tell all of the kids it's okay.
How many kids do you think?
Everybody should have loved you, man. They didn't have to eat that shitty hot dog.
Do you think other kids now, as adults, look back on that and like tell their friends and family, like, I had this really weird experience one time where we had this assembly?
Asherz, Google it. He's made history. You can find this on Google. Like, people.
Can we get that shit trending on TikTok or something?
Apparently, there was a big thing on the internet a while ago where people are like, yeah, that's made out of fucking worms. And I'm like, I didn't say that to these people. This just carried on. This is like, I took a shit in the punch bowl of earth, and its reverberations, the rings rippled out and affected.
You're responsible for an urban myth. You're an urban myth maker.
You are.
Yeah.
You're like a titan.
No.
Yeah.
I don't know why I'm sucking your dick. Your head is already big enough. I don't know why I'm.
But no, it's because it's the stupidest thing as a kid. It's literally the portmanteaus that generate this podcast of like, oh, it's going to be January. It's January. So it's werewolves. It's going to be, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Earth, bait. Earth is the ground. Bait's worms. Hey, it's worms. It's literally that.
Yeah, but here's the difference: is one was for a bunch of stupid kids in grade school, and the other one is going to be a
you've got to live with it.
Patreon.com/Bloody Bits.
No, it doesn't matter. You're a myth maker. I bet you your father has a hook for a hand.
No, he's good. He's dead. So we go back to they call a girl over. They're like, hey, a cat had baby kittens. You should take a look. Aww. This girl, this is the meanest thing ever, man. She goes over to look, and they rip the guts open on the fucking possum, and there's maggots spilling out. And they're like, never going to get pussy. They're going to immediately follow fucking Andrew Tate on social media and wonder why no woman will touch their balls.
Who do you think? Yeah. Who do you think taught them that trick, right? That way, you guaranteed you're never going to have sex with a woman, so nobody will ever call you homosexual because you had sex with a woman.
Reverse psychology.
Yeah,
no, that's not Andrew Tate. That's Nick Fuentes. Nick Fuentes is the one that says it's gay to have sex with a woman if you're a man.
Wow. Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
That's the gayest shit I've ever heard.
Yeah, that's right. So guess what? He doesn't want to be gay.
Look,
so
bitch, if that's gay, it's fucking Pride Month every month at my house. That's all I'm saying. So,
does it count if he has sex with an alpha male? Then that's
it's not gay if you don't make eye contact. Everybody
Nick Fuentes has a thing for cat boys. Look that up, by the way. That is true.
Oh yes, that's right. Oh,
nothing wrong with it. Hey. Nothing wrong. If that's what you're into, nothing wrong. Just don't lie about it. That's all I gotta say.
Just don't be a hypocrite. That's it. You don't even have to be. Don't even be a hypocrite. Just shut your mouth.
Be about it. That's it. I don't care. Whatever you're into, just don't lie about it. Anyhow, so the teacher comes over there, Miss Principal. Holy shit!
Yes,
it is Felissa Rose, ladies and gentlemen. Angela shows up. We don't even see her dick, though. That's the worst part.
We don't see her dick. Yeah.
Wait a second. Holy shit. Mrs. Stacked?
Yeah.
Yep.
Was Angela?
Yeah. Yep.
Damn.
And she is gorgeous. May I just say?
I thought she was going to fucking tip over when she's running over.
As a man of a certain age, I find her to be absolutely
She's a lovely person.
She's
I'll say
lovely.
That. Lovely person. And fun. Has so much fun on Twitter. It seems like one of the greatest people. Seems like one of the nicest people. Just incredible. And so good to see that she gets a cameo in this. Fantastic. Better than the other cameo at the post-credit scene. Because fuck that guy. Anyhow. We then cut to he goes back into his classroom and we're getting the scene of him kind of like zoning out Jonathan, not really paying attention to what's going on here.
Laurie Halloween style.
Yeah, and he gets the hall pass, goes around, but we don't get the hall monitor Kruger scene. Instead, he stumbles into Pale Girl and Art the Clown, just fisting a possum.
Like you do.
Just having a grand old time, too. Because even this little girl, she's a great actress.
She looks like she's having so much goddamn fun doing this shit in this movie.
Because she's like egging him on. She's like, I'm going to take a bite out of the guts. I mean, don't just fucking play with him. Eat him. Come on. He drops the hall pass. They turn and look at him. And he bolts. Runs into another teacher around the corner. Teacher's like, what the fuck are you doing, asshole?
No, you forgot. Because they turn and look at him, and then Art the Clown
he's got blood on him.
Possum at the kid.
Yeah, so now there's blood on his hands. And then, he runs around the corner, knocks into a teacher. Teacher goes over, sees the dead possum. Good times. Cut back to Sienna. She goes to the Halloween store to buy some wings. Again, capitalism. And her friend gets a phone call. She's like, hold on. I'm going to go deal with this phone call with my mother. Hey, by the way, where are you lying to your mom about being tonight? Remember this game, guys?
Right.
Oh, yeah.
You tell your mom you're going to be at Jimmy's house.
I remember having friends that used to have to lie to their mom and dad.
Your mom and dad just didn't care?
No, I was like, fuck that shit. I was the reason why my friends had to lie to their parents about where we were going.
Asher, you got any stories about that one? Pulling a little sly one?
Not really. Actually, yeah, my parents didn't. My mom just never asked. Now as an adult, I tell my mom so many crazy stories, and she's just like, I really had no idea that was. She worked third shift, so.
Oh God.
Yeah.
Bless your mom. Do you ever just go up to her and give her a hug and say, you know what? I sucked. Thank you.
Yeah, I tell her all the time. Yeah, she knows.
That's so good. Yeah. What about you, Wick? How you ever fucked your parents over?
I told I did radio for a long time, and one of the stupid contest things that we had is whenever I lost a bet or something like that, I'd have to call my mother back in New York and tell her something that I thought I got away with because I thought I was a sneaky little shit.
I love it. I love the premise.
Every time I quote unquote revealed something to her, she would be like, "Yeah, no, I know.
Yeah, I know.
I'm not an idiot." My father was a police chief of the town that I grew up in. She was like, "Yeah, we knew what you got into."
Jesus.
So that's why
that's a long story.
Well, we'd go to my best friend's house and we would hang out in their backyard and do a bunch of terrible shit. And their parents were always there. They just never came out because they had a pool and a hot tub and a fire pit. I mean, we had it made out there, and we were doing fucking coke in the backyard. Well, they just didn't care. Oh yeah,
well, it was a different time. It was a different time.
Care. One time, her dad came up to like the window, and we were like throwing up hand signals back and forth, and he kept throwing us up the shocker. That was kind of weird.
Wow. Yeah, you might not want to go there alone, Asherz.
He actually later in life, after her mom died, and like a year afterward, admitted that he was gay, had been gay all this time. The mom knew. It was like
sucks.
No, it was cool. It was fine. It was crazy.
Rough. I have to admit to it later.
Was the mom aware of it? I missed that.
Yeah. She knew.
Okay, all right. So he was living his life. Okay, that's
he was living his life. They just had kids together and just kind of partnered up because it's easier to raise kids together. But then, we found out like who he was and kind of who she was. It wasn't a bad thing. It was really everybody already kind of knew though. Everybody was like, we knew it. We knew Bill was.
That's the thing is that if something like that comes out, especially with parents and stuff like that, you're always kind of like, we
kind of gas, but we did all kinds of stuff in their yard, and they never, except for when the deck got caught on fire. They knew about that, and they weren't very happy.
No, well, when there's
Hey, stick to the coke, kids. The coke isn't flammable.
Fire, smoke damage.
The coke's not a fire retardant. Just on a hunch, did he work with metal?
No, he didn't.
Oh God,
he wasn't like a welder or.
No, he was a dog groomer.
Of course he was. Well, you see, how could you not know?
Okay. Exactly.
Well, here's the problem. Because throwing the shocker up at a teenage girl through a window, that gives me distinct works with metal vibes. But then secretly gay, but hanging out with the family to hold it together. That threw me the other direction. So dog groomer makes sense.
Dog groomer makes sense.
This guy rules.
Yeah.
So
guy. Okay.
I'd go over there and they wouldn't care what we did. And one time we were tripping on acid really bad. And her older brother, actually, so it was 2:00 in the morning. He was driving home from the bar. He got a DUI. And the parents woke up and was like telling her that my friend, he's like, well, you need to drive his car because we have to go pick him up and we need another driver. And we are fucked up on acid. And she did though.
I mean,
see, that's a good parent.
Asherz, I feel like it's
nice how you can just turn
there's no such thing as not fucked up on acid. I've never just been like buzzing on acid.
Just relaxed on acid.
No, like maybe
she's should I tell him that we took acid? I'm like, no. Just drive the car. You do it every day. It's fine.
Yeah.
This is how stupid I am. Now, Yobo tells stories all the time about his wild youth and how smart he was about all of it. So this is the contrary to that, because this is how dumb I am. Instead of going to my senior prom, I took my date to a Guar concert in Buffalo. And I thought I got away with it. I was so sneaky about it. Nobody ever said anything about it.
Whoa.
She was down for it. We had a great time. But like coming home at 7 a.m, and I got rid of the outfit. I thought everything was fine. And I tell my mother this like 20 years later. And she's like, Wick, you fucking idiot. Your tux was covered in fake blood.
Yeah.
Do you think like I didn't realize that you didn't go to the prom? You're an idiot. She hung up on me.
Wait, did she think she murdered somebody and she just like kept it all this time?
That's what I should.
Thank God,
I should have gone that angle with it. I should have been like,
you should have told her that Gallagher was the opening act at the prom.
This whole story, Wick, I thought you said that you took her to a choir concert, and I was just very confused from the start.
Well, Guar is kind of like a choir.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
Guar's like a choir if you're really into marketing.
Yeah, it was a fucking awesome prom, man.
Fantastic. So she goes over there. She goes to pay for her wings. Forgot her bag. Art shows up, brings the bag.
Oh, it's so great.
And the montage. So great.
When he slams the fucking bag down on the counter. It's so awesome.
Oh, it's so good.
And again, let's just all talk about how great he
so
just
good.
is as a physical presence.
Not
just
only
that,
but then in the background
too, right?
doing in any other movie, this would be the...
Oh, my God.
Yes. Oh, my God.
This would be the walking on sunshine moment.
Yeah. Googly eyes.
Just putting on different glasses and posing. And then he gets the different noise makers. He's got the crank one you spin. When he gets the little, the roll out paper thing, the guy's like, hey, you put that on your mouth, you got to fucking buy. This is the Tim Yobo character, by the way. And he just drops it on the ground. So then.
Oh yeah, because I would have had it by now too.
Then he finds the horn, though. The classic horn.
Oh my God.
From one of my favorite scenes in Terrifier 1, which is when he reaches under the garage door that's mostly closed, and instead of stabbing or grabbing the woman, he just honks the dumb horn. He has that iconic horn and just tiptoes.
Talk about tension.
Oh my God. And it's Looney Tunes. It's Looney Tunes tension. Up to her face. He puts it right next to her ear. And with the exact same look I've seen on my wife's face 1,000,000 times. She just says, don't do that.
Yeah, that's
yeah. With me, it's usually cold hands coming.
Don't
in,
do
coming
it
in the wintertime.
And then he's honk, 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 right in her fucking ear. And she freaks out. She's like, "Get the fuck out of here, you dick!" Guy comes over. He's like, "Hey, here's your wings in a bag, dude. She told you to leave. Quit being a dick." Fine. She gets out of there. He goes to leave. Flips the little close sign over. Locks the door.
This might be my favorite scene of the entire year. Every movie from 2022, I think this is the best scene in the whole,
fantastic.
Yeah.
This
that's good too. But this,
really
just the tension and the moment. And so fucking funny while he's digging around in that bag for change. Oh,
yeah.
Yeah.
It's like a magic bag too, because he's carrying it around like it's nothing, and then sometimes you see what's in it. Like, what the fuck? Wait a second.
There's 1,000,000 pounds of just rusted, tetanus factory metal in it. Yeah. So he goes up there and he's like, sets the horn down. The guy's like, all right, $8 or whatever. And he just starts pulling implements of torture out and putting them on the counter. And the guy's like, dude, we're closing. What the fuck are you doing? The guy just he grabs a fistful of pennies and puts it on. The guy's like, you need to get the fuck out of here. You need to fucking leave, you piece of shit. And he pulls out an old dirty, blood soaked dollar bill and smacks it down on the counter. Then another one. The guy's
he's picking change Laurel and Hardy style with his pinky up. He's like, oh yeah.
He looks at it. Yes.
Yeah,
oh wait, that's a dime, right? Yes.
Fucking brilliant.
It's a Canadian dime. They won't take that here. And he puts it. Yeah.
Maybe he won't notice. He's covered in
And the guy's like, all right, I'm calling the fucking cops. You need to get out of here. Art grabs a beer bottle that he set down on the counter.
Oh no! Come on,
Go
Eddie!
for
You're
it,
missing the best part of the scene in this movie. In this part, when the poor Ricky, when he slaps his hand down on the table, and he scares the look that fucking Art the Clown puts on his face, he's terrified, it's just the way that this guy fucking sells
he's fantastic.
His facial expressions. How many T-shirts you can make off this fucking guy's face?
Incredible. Huh? So then Art grabs this bottle, busts it over his head, then takes the bottle and gouges his fucking eye out with it.
Yep.
Throws him to the ground, just starts cleaving through his forehead, pulls that out, decapitates him. And then we just get kids and their mom, a kid and his mom at the front window, hey, are you closed? Hey, hello. And him just holding the head. And the kid's like, that's pretty cool. Just leave.
Well, yeah, because at the beginning there's 4 other clown mannequins that they have set up in scary scene, and he's just joined it. He's just standing there with that fucking smile on his face.
Fantastic.
You guys see, the mom was Tamara Glenn from Halloween 5. I don't know if that was worth mentioning.
Okay. Look at you, Wick.
Wow.
Film historian, Wick.
Oh, yeah. Suddenly I'm more important. I'd like you to treat me with a little bit more goddamn respect.
Sure thing. We'll get to that.
Halloween 5, that's a deep cut.
One of the best Halloweens, Wick.
Oh, fuck off.
Oh, man. So back home, Jonathan is showing Sienna his dad's sketchbook. And he's like, look, I'm telling you, this shit's real. I saw the fucking broad. I saw the pale girl. She's in here. Look at the art that Dad drew. There's a fucking drawing of art in here. Here's this article about the girl, the pale girl. She was murdered. She was killed out at the old abandoned circus.
Scoob.
And there's all these murder scenes that the dad drew from the first one, including the chef's kiss, the inverted bifurcation. Oh, love it.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
Depiction of that one. And then the last one is Sienna in the angel outfit holding a decapitated demon. And he's like, this looks like you, doesn't it? And I'm like, I mean, maybe if she, lost 15, 20, hit the gym a little bit more, then it looks like her.
God damn it, Eddie.
No.
Wow. Wait, hold on. You talking about the main actress?
Yeah, he's being Eddie.
I'm being...
I don't want to sound like a dirty old man, but she is beautiful, and goddamn, the camera loves that woman.
He took care of her.
Come on.
In shooting her, he took care of her.
So then...
I know, I just wanted an excuse to be able to get that out.
We're going to get that in the shower scene. We'll get there in a minute. So then Mom pops by.
Oh, we almost get there.
I'm sorry, Asherz. This is dudes. I apologize for that.
She's used to it by now.
No, it's fine. That's all right.
She is beautiful. But Mom pops by, and now she's on Sienna's side. She's like, look, remember earlier when you said that your little brother was nuts? You're right. But then Sienna's like, well, hold on. Maybe he's not nuts because he showed me all these drawings Dad had. And Mom's like, no, your dad went fucking crazy, right? Like, no, don't believe him. You're all out of your goddamn mind. And Sienna's like, look, Mom, you've got to believe Jonathan. Just chill. And Jonathan's like, no, Sienna, hey, you got to stay home. You got to stay home. Don't go to the Halloween thing. It'll be all fine. And she's like, well, I should definitely do that. But for the purposes of this movie, I'm not going to do that.
Yeah.
Let me pause and ask a question from the peanut gallery here real quick. What do you guys all think about the mom?
Oh, I love her. I love her to death.
I think she's I think she's a super realistic fucking character,
right? Because she's not like the world's greatest mom or anything, but like she's not a terrible mom either.
No, she was real. To me, it was laconic. Yeah. It was she was doing what a lot of I think moms don't do in these kind of movies, which is she's actively involved in something, even though she's way too high strung to be involved in it.
Yeah,
yeah.
She is. Yeah, she's very high strung. No, she's very high strung, and sometimes I'm like, oh, okay, we don't like the mom. She's a bitch, and then she does something, and I'm like, well,
I think it's because you know what? I don't want to speak for everybody else, but I know I'm older now, and maybe if I saw this movie when I was a teenager, which bitch that mom is. Jesus Christ. Why doesn't she believe the kids? Both of them are fucking telling her what's going on, man. Why doesn't she fucking believe her own kids? And now I'm thinking, man, if I'm thinking, I got two fucking loony kids. I got two kids who are acting like
idiots. My husband was fucking Looney Tunes, obviously abusing me.
Yeah. Oh shit! It fucking runs in the family, right?
Exactly.
Like, now I got a fucking pyromaniac and some
I'm working
kid's
my goddamn ass off from home, burning
years.
meat, trying to keep these kids like safe and alive, and they're out there, they're looking at serial killers and playing with glue guns at 2 a.m.
And I think
I totally get it.
Importantly, it's the antithesis of the parents in most slasher movies, and I'll point specifically to Nightmare on Elm Street, where you've got this father who is the cop, and he's like, oh, it's probably nothing. It's fine. She cares. She's involved. She's invested. Don't go out. Don't get fucked up. We have like a family history of mental problems. Your little brother is freaking the fuck out. We've got to like rein this shit in. She's trying to hold it all together and hold herself together while providing for the family. It's insane.
And she's nice.
That's
important. Yeah, I like her. She's holding it
all
together. She's holding it together.
Oh, go ahead.
She's got
let's approach this from like a writing standpoint or a filmmaking standpoint. Usually, the parents in these movies. Hey, as a film historian,
go ahead.
Usually when you're writing a script, you've got to have adversity somewhere.
Right.
And parents are great in horror films to be like the voice of not believing and adversarial to the kids, because it gets the audience, who are usually teenage kids, on your side. Yeah, my parents don't understand and believe me either.
Wick.
But what's brilliant about this script is that it flips. She's, like you said, she doesn't believe Sienna at all at the beginning. And then after the incident at school, now she does. But Sienna's gone the other way as well.
It's, you know what? I'll give you a parallel to this character. And it's something that Candice, if you're listening, can probably appreciate. Skylar from Breaking Bad.
Well, she's listening.
Yes.
Skylar from Breaking Bad.
Yes.
You look
that's
at
a
her,
brilliant comparison.
And she is the character that needs to be in that fucking situation at that time because her husband has gone off the rails. The reception from the exact wrong people who identify with Walt is like, fuck her.
Oh my God. Yes. Oof. She had death threats. I remember her saying literally, like, I'm getting death threats in the fucking mail. I'm like, wow, that's incredible. I mean, and your character's real fucking crazy.
Well, she's dealing with a crazy situation the best she can. And that's the mother here, 100%. So I'm sure Candice will appreciate that reference. Breaking Bad. Fantastic. Asherz, did you ever watch Breaking Bad by any chance?
I have not.
Okay.
Oh, Asherz.
Bad person.
Well, you know what, Asherz? Would you like to do a podcast with Eddie, I, and Candice, where we do all the episodes
that sounds
of Breaking
right
Bad
up my alley? Yeah, I would bring a lot to that table.
I would be extremely interested to know what your reaction to at least the first 2 seasons.
It's
fun.
It's the best show of all time.
I've always heard that.
Yeah.
Well,
Except
The Wire is the
Wire,
greatest show of all time, meaning it's just like out and out. It's Greek tragedy. It's Shakespeare. But Breaking Bad is fucking awesome.
My problem with like Breaking Bad is that it's honestly, and Wick, you were kind of saying it, it's the same issue that I had with the original Terrifier, actually, is that there's so much hype surrounding it that I'm worried that now if I watch it, it's gonna go right over my head.
I call that the machine. I've been calling it the machine for like 30 years. There's such a big machine whirring around it that you can't look at it objectively, right? You can't enjoy something because you're supposed to. There's only been 3 incidences in my life where the machine was wrong or where I bought into it anyway. And I'm not going to risk getting made fun of by these guys by telling you that. But I will say that The Wire was one of them.
Okay.
The Wire was one of them, where it's like, oh my God, nobody will shut up about The Wire. Oh, shut up, people. And then I started watching it and I was like, no, they're fucking right. They're 100% right.
Yeah.
What did you say one of them was, Tim?
That's pegging.
No.
Okay, 4. There's 4 things that it turns out.
You know what, Asherz? I would just say just watch the pilot. If you're not into it by the end of the pilot, Tim, I know, I hear you.
No, I don't know, because for real, I didn't get into Breaking Bad until it was already in like the 3rd season, and I really don't know. On behalf of Candice, I will defend her a little bit since she's not here. I don't know if I would have had to watch that first season, waiting week to week, if I could have really stuck with the show, because it does start off a little bit slow. But it's just character build up that just
by the time he brings the delivery to Tuco in the first season, if you're not in by the end of that episode,
if you're not in by that, then it's But anyhow,
that was the moment for me where it like went from a good show to a great show.
Anyhow, this is not a Breaking Bad podcast, so Sienna.
Oh shit! What do we do? Are we rolling?
Not yet.
Oh,
God. Is this the
we go to Sienna's friend Allie's house, and Art shows up to do some trick or treating. And I fucking love this.
Yeah.
Because just ding dong at the door, Allie pops down there. She was the one, remember, that was talking so much shit about, oh my God, if my face got cut off, I would totally kill myself.
Right.
Put a pin in that. He shows up and she says, hey, look, bitch, there's no candy for grown-ups. You need to fuck right off, dog. By the way, are you the asshole that was over at the Halloween store? Do you live in this neighborhood? And his responses, his emoting to her, just like, I don't know, maybe I do live here.
Completely silent.
Holds out the trick-or-treat bag and he just shakes it. And he's like, oh, come on, please give me candy. He just wants candy. And she shuts the door. Then he just rings the doorbell, bangs on the door, and she starts getting a little freaked out. Makes sense. There's a big, crazy-looking dude freaking out in front of your fucking house. She opens the door again and says, what? If I give you candy, you'll leave. He nods, yeah. She grabs a fistful of the candy, throws it kind of in his bag.
Yeah.
Kind of her fault. That's some bullshit fucking candy. Those little fucking bullshit
This is a
lollipops.
trick or treat scenario is what you're saying, Tim. You got to follow the rules.
I mean, come on, look at the house she has. She can afford better candy than that shit.
And then she tosses it in his bag. Looks in the bag, by the way, and sees like a bone saw with blood on it.
Yeah.
And just pounds of tetanus factory metal in it. But he just turns
Which
around.
is weird because he's supposed to be a pet groomer. Sorry, proceed.
But he just nods and then kind of walks off. Then we cut back to Sienna, who's...
Pause, because question, and we can fuck it if we have to. But I was having this discussion with another film historian, and he posited that, well, if she had just given him candy, he would have gone away.
No.
Like, that was his whole argument, was like that she's asking for what happens next because she was rude to him and she didn't play along with his game. And if she had just played along, she would have been fine.
So,
I will stupid. I don't agree with that.
I will defer to Damien Leone, and his idea for these two characters was, and I know it's played out, Art the Clown is the Joker. He is an agent of chaos. Okay. The purpose that he serves here, he is not trying to, he has no moral compass other than destruction and chaos. Right? So playing by the rules, I don't think works with him.
We've never seen him give mercy to someone before.
Anybody who's ever encountered him dies.
No, but hold on. Sometimes that would be something the Joker would have done. Is you kill like a whole room of fucking people. Yeah. You know, somebody comes walking in with the pizza delivery, and he goes, "How much is the pizza?" and buys a pizza, walks out, and leaves the guy there by himself. Sure. That would be something, right? But
no, I think he's a total force of evil. Nobody who ever runs into Art survives. Nobody who sees Art the Clown lives.
Yeah, because she banged into him at the
you don't interact with him
right?
and then move on. Is there? I might be missing like a minor character somewhere, but everybody who interacts with him dies.
Well, right, because in the first movie, you know, we had the two girls, and like the one was like kind of being a mocking bitch to him, but the other one wasn't. She was actually kind of being, well, nice, and was kind of telling her friend, "Hey, calm down," and she still died.
Well, I think the point of the first movie is, first of all, ladies, stay home. And second of all, if you do,
hundreds of thousands of horror movies that would end quickly if people would just stay home.
Yeah.
If COVID has taught us anything.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. Sometimes you don't have to stay home. Sometimes you have to get out of the home. But
that's literally why
it's a 50-50 shot.
Jordan Peele named his first movie Get Out.
Exactly.
Because of the Eddie Murphy joke, you know?
Right.
Right. I guess other than the sole survivor, she did live through the first one, but damn. Damn. Everybody in this movie is like, I'd rather die.
Fair. Yeah, I didn't really think about Soul Survivor from the first one, but I still stand with it that if you encounter him, then you're doomed.
We'll get into it at the end, what we think Art is. I mean, but there's no answer for that, clearly. But
sure.
Yeah, she might be necessary.
We'll get to that. Right? So Sienna's tripping out on a news report. She takes some pills because the news report is like, and that by the way, that's you too, Sienna. Like just like you, right? Right? She's like, what? News is talking to me? So she pops a Xanax, lays down, and she's like, you know what? I'm just going to stay home. I'm just going to chill out. I'm going to have a nice night, have a bowl of popcorn, watch a movie. I think something that's public domain is playing downstairs. It's either going to be
it's all PD movies. Yeah.
I mean, of course. Could be The Thing. It could be Play Night from Outer Space, or it could be Night of the Living Dead.
Well, one of them is Night of the Living Dead. They do show a clip from that.
One of them is Plan 9 from Outer Space.
Yes.
But that's at the end. That's the post-credit scene. So Then she sees her outfit and she's like, you know what? I guess I need to dance. So she gets up.
Well, fucking Gen Zers.
She gets up and we get a nice little shower scene for the boys. That's all I'm going to say.
It's pretty nice. It's pretty nice.
She suits up.
Sorry, Asherz. It's pretty nice. And thank you.
Her costume that she wears here, her thing, goddamn is it good. Fantastic. Right?
Yes.
Excellent.
Too good for the party she's going to be honest.
Dude.
I mean, there's people at conventions who don't look that good.
Oh, no, the dude who shows up with a fucking T-shirt.
That's Tim.
There's always that one
with
asshole
the give me head till I'm dead
party, right?
and then a tombstone on the shirt. That's the Tim at the party.
Yeah.
So we go back to Allie's house, right? She goes downstairs. We see the glass door in the kitchen broken into. And
you know.
Art's there. Yeah. She turns, she sees him. He's
thirsty.
He's having a nice little glass of water. You know, you got to reboot. You got to stay hydrated. That's one of the very important. Yeah. If you're going to be a slasher, number 1, cardio. Number 2, stay hydrated.
Yeah.
Yep.
Fair. That's good.
Hydrated.
And we see him with 2 scalpels, chases her down. And Wick, this had to have you fucking, I don't know, harder than Chinese algebra. We get the scalpel down the eye, a la the classic giallo flick.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
Yep. Straight out of it, and going all the way back to like Buñuel and Dali's Le Chien Andalou. As a film historian, I am well versed with the eyeball slitting scenes in all of cinema. No, this is total Fulci though. This is total. Let's do the eye. Let's really fuck people up.
But it's not slow. It's not the slow silhouetted shot.
You think it's going to cut away so many times because they do in those kind of movies because you can't get that effect.
Well, and this is I know it's the scene everybody talks about in this movie, but this is my favorite fucking scene in the movie. We get the slash down the eye. We bring her over to the fucking mirror and make her see it. And then we scalp her. Then he slashes down her back, skins her back, grabs her arm, breaks it, grabs her hand, and then does the split between the 4 fucking fingers. Just rips her hand down the. I'm good.
Are you okay?
Down. Listen, this is an audio format.
Yeah, I was going to say.
Thank God we're not on Zoom.
This is an audio format.
Sure,
people love this descriptiveness. Like I've said, we have a couple of listeners who are blind, and they love and they love horror,
true crime
but
people into it too. Yeah,
they don't know. They're not able to watch.
I'm invested in
they
this.
Don't like
I'm having a good time.
Okay. Asherz, it's okay. Just calm down. All right.
This is a laundry list of all the things that are oogie that people like think about, like getting your eyeball cut, getting the webbing between your fingers fucked up.
But that's it, right? So then after that point, the camera pans off and we just see the after effect of countless slashes in blood splatting against the walls. We see the things that have fallen down off the shelves in her room, the plushie that's fallen on the ground. And Wick, exactly. The camera zooms out. It pans out. And this is where any other movie would say, let's go see what Sienna's up to.
Yeah.
Right.
Let's go see what Jonathan's up to.
No.
Let's go see what literally anybody else is doing. But no. Then just at the corner of the frame, you see one of her hands and you're like, oh God. And then you watch her struggle to pull herself into frame and pull herself to her phone that's ringing as Sienna is calling her, and just as she struggles up and reaches up for it, Art just gleefully scampers back into her room.
Act 2.
With, in one hand, a container, a jug of bleach, and the other hand...
Yeah,
he's doing
that. Well, the 10 o'clock show is a lot different than the 8 o'clock show.
He's having the best time of his life, and the other hand,
And I could just, this guy is so good. You know how good this guy is? I imagine that he did that walk all the way from the kitchen to the room. He didn't just start doing that right before he was going to get into the view of her. He did that the entire fucking way down that hallway.
Giant container of salt. And he just proceeds to dump bleach on her exposed nerves of her back, grab a fistful of salt, lift the skin that he peeled from her back, and stuff a fistful of salt into it. And the hats off to the actress in this, by the way, just selling it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, she does. Now, do you think this is the part that people supposedly walked out on?
This is definitely the most extreme moment.
And I remember watching that the first time I saw this movie, and I was like, that's it? That's what people are freaking out about?
I think what it was, kind of for me, because I mean, I'm completely jaded. But I think it was like, probably, I could see like once like he splits her hand down the middle.
Yeah.
And then he's like breaking her arm, going back and forth, like cracking it 6 or 7 times before ripping it off. And then you get the bleach and the salt thing. I think that's probably like what people are just like, oh, wait a second, this might be too much.
But we're not done yet. We'll come back to Allie in a second because we cut now to Sienna with, she's like, hey, Mom, check out my outfit. And her mom's like, wow, you look like a whore.
Love you, Mom.
Yeah. And it's Halloween, not Horroween. I don't know. She pulls a Carrie's mom. They're gonna see your dirty pillows. You know,
they're all gonna fap at you. No, it's not even that. Like I can't see your ass. Like I can. Yeah. There's some cleavage stick. It's not that bad.
It's pretty conservative.
Yeah, it's some cleavage.
I think it's conservative, but I also think the reaction you have when you see your daughter dressed in any way provocatively.
Fair
thing. You know, you get that.
You probably already had a glass or two of wine, remembering what it was like when you were going out to Halloween party.
You know that jackassy face swappy app that people like. You know, you put your face on movie characters and stuff.
It's literally 90% of our Discord. Yeah.
Yeah, well, there's that, but my daughter,
oh, thank God,
my daughter's been dicking around with it, and she'll do the supermodel stuff with her face on it. And as a dad, you're like, okay, hon, you're 12. I'm not ready for this part yet. I'm not ready for you to feel aware of your body. Let's not put your face on her right now. Daddy's got to go.
Can you work on raising an Amish starting now?
No, it's already, the damage has been done.
I'm almost positive that my daughter's a lesbian, and I'm totally cool with it.
Okay. Well, True Confessions, exactly the same situation here. And that's, I'm actually a little relieved.
Yeah, it's nice. You're like, fuck, yes, I have a lesbian.
Yeah.
Things click, right? Oh, yeah.
Sorry, Cricket. If you hear this in 10 years, I thought you were gay.
We do, yeah.
Pretty sure you're gay, and I'm absolutely fine with it.
See, I always figured, if I had a son, I'd just tell him if by the age of 25 you haven't gotten anybody pregnant and you haven't gotten to jail, then you've done okay.
Yeah.
So I guess for her, if your daughter doesn't get pregnant or go to jail.
That's the thing. Yeah,
or have to
that's
bail
kind of the relief
guy
part
out.
of it.
Right.
Yeah. The worst thing she's going to do is cut her hair really short and get a couple of dogs by the time she's 20. That's fine. That's all right.
Just, you know what? You can start the seed. Just start taking it to Subaru dealerships.
Yeah, exactly. She's already got a couple of wind catchers on her wall. The ball's rolling.
Okay, we're good. We're good. Hey, you know what? Show her this movie. Show her Sienna and that Valkyrie out.
No, that's going to tip the scale.
That's what I do. We just go to the mall and I'm like, well, look at those titties. And she's like, Mom, I don't do that. But they are not.
It's nice to know that no matter what,
the reverse of that Simpsons episode where Homer was afraid Bart was going to be gay and he takes him to the steel mill.
Oh my God! Yeah, we work hard, but we play harder.
I fucking love that episode. That was the best.
that show used to be so good. I haven't watched that in Jesus Christ. Maybe
after
like
her
15
mom
years.
slut shames her, then it's like, hey, look, your dad would have been proud of you, though.
He liked sluts.
I mean, look at me. I was a real cock gobbler. And
actual dialogue from the film.
Delivered with that sincerity.
I gave Nancy Reagan a run for her money.
No, so then we go back to Allie's pad, and Allie's mom comes home, sees the broken door downstairs. She's like, oh, fuck, rushes upstairs and sees Art with dismembered Allie alive.
Oh, my God. Yeah. Allie
alive puppet. Allie puppet. And I love the way that they constructed the Allie puppet, because there's...
Yeah.
Oh no, we don't see that she's alive until almost right at the end. He's playing with her.
But what we see,
like,
the way they've got it set up is it's on the bed, so there's clearly a person or people underneath the bed puppeting the chopped like a really nice Hamona Berko leg slices.
Am I weird thinking like that was the part that bothered me the most, was her leg? Like after everything else that happened in the first scene. Like going back to it and seeing that he was like dicing her leg that way, that's when I finally, like, I crossed my legs. I was like, okay, this is gross. Well, he doesn't matter. He's picking and poking, and it's like the way that he does the incisions on the leg. Am I wrong?
They're disturbing.
It's like Eddie said.
It's like it's meat. It's like it's not a person. It's meat.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, because I won't spoil who, but he's
get to that.
On somebody else later on in the movie,
she
right?
looks up and she just says, "Mom." And Art, this is the fucking funniest bit, because Art's just slapping his knee and he's like, get it, get
fucking it, cutting it up, literally and figuratively. He's having a great time.
Exactly. Oh man,
it's so nice to see somebody like this, for real. It's fucked up to say, but he just really enjoys it.
Oh, he's having
after a while. Freddie just lost his luster for it, and Jason was never really into it, like the enjoyment.
Ball with it.
Do it.
I mean, then we cut to the trick or treaters downstairs, which is like,
this is a good
insanity, because the ding dong, the doorbell rings. Art answers the door. He's got her head with the fucking,
it's carved out
with candy in it, and he's handing it off to these kids, and they're all like, that's cool, but it's sticky. And then the mom's like, just put it in your fucking bag, just shut up, you know. And then I will say the one person who has crossed Art and lived is the little chubby kid who reaches in.
Fair.
Yeah.
He goes back for seconds, and Art just slaps his hand.
That's so good. Yeah.
He's like, no.
You know what? I withdraw my observation, because he does. He interacts with them, and it's fine. They're going to need therapy when they find out what happens. But you're right.
Yeah.
You're right.
And then they just dip out. They're fine. So now we cut to Sienna snuck off to go to a rave with her friend who hates her. What is with these movies where you're just friends with somebody you do not get along with?
You know nothing of female relationships between other females. Nothing.
Okay.
This is pretty par for the course.
All right,
Asherz,
Wick,
help me out.
You're speaking with authority here. Asherz, how many of your friends that are female do you hate?
Well, I don't hate any of my female friends, but I'll tell you, we'll say out of a 100 percentage, the percent of female friends that I have is probably like 5%.
Okay, dial it back to when you were out of high school, beginning, like, you know, the maybe 16 to 24. Though you can't tell me you didn't have a bunch of quote unquote friends who were actual bitches to you, and you were a bitch back.
No, I didn't. I never really had that. I had a weird life. So
yeah, you forgot she was doing coke and setting decks on.
I was, I had a weird
That's
life.
True. Okay,
and then I got married at 19. I got married at 18 and had a baby at 20. I mean, I had a weird hard life. So by the time I was like 12, I was an adult. So when I was like 7 or 8, my female friends, we all hated each other. Yeah, sure.
When I was 18, 19, 20, I was working at a strip club in New York, and the women who worked there were like, they would they would take a bullet for each other, but they also hated each other and just did everything to fuck each other over.
Yeah,
so
it's weird.
So, like any other large group,
it's like
of
a family,
people who are
like
together in a shitty job or a shitty
So I'll give you
situation.
this one. I'm in a couple of group chats with horror people on Twitter. I'm not talking to them right now, Tim. Being in a group chat is never mind. Anyhow, sometimes there will be a group chat, and then it'll just be that same group chat minus one of the women that's in it, and then they talk shit on that one.
There you go.
That does happen. Yeah.
Wait, can't you see
because
what,
it's like how we have a no Candice channel in the Discord where like, just Candice is not there. Now imagine if we also had a no Tim Discord, a no Wick at Discord, a no Asherz Discord, and all of us are just talking shit. That
the prosecution rests.
So that happens.
Candice is like actually thinking about joining the fucking Patreon under a fake name to get access to that room.
She's not smart enough to do it, right? She'll never get access.
You should put a lock on it. From now on, anybody wants access to the room, we're gonna pay $100 a month.
She'll never get in there.
It does happen, though. But not. I mean, not to this. I don't know. Not to this degree.
No.
Well, is it really that extreme? I mean, Eddie's going to make his point.
Yeah, but dude, we've all had fucking friends that you could say we didn't really fucking like, but for whatever reason, you're friends with them, and that's what you hang out with because of work, because of school.
I didn't get the vibe that she hated her. I just thought that they were kind of
they're not great. Right.
No, I thought that the other one was more of a best friend.
Yeah.
The one who got killed. Because when she introduces the guy at the party who's just wearing the fucking stupid ass t-shirt, she's like, "This is my best friend." And I'm like, really? I don't know. You're friends, but I don't think that you're a best friend. I thought the other one was a best friend.
You can have more than one best friend, Tim. That's.
Haven't you ever had a friend who you thought was your best friend and they didn't think you were your best friend?
No. You have
was there a ceremony or something?
You only have one best friend.
Do you guys like sign paperwork?
Good friends, but at that age, I'm 54 years old. I don't have a favorite color.
A lot of Tim's friends have died.
When I was young, I had a favorite color.
He's older. You gotta understand how this works. So
Tim, why are you afraid of having friends? Why are you afraid to love?
Well, I'll tell you why I don't like friends.
Always
because they take you to a rave and fucking dose you with Molly.
Yeah,
that was shitty.
Well,
has anybody else been dosed?
Right?
They're just bad people. They're very insensitive.
That is 100%
in general, they're just bad people.
She makes a lot of bad choices, and friends are not the least of them. Let me tell you, you don't.
But also these are, look at who she is, right?
Why?
Are you gonna cry? Are you gonna cry now too?
Sorry. Killed himself in some crazy way. Sorry, my throat got all caught up. Her brother's a fucking animal killer, right? So, they're already like...
They know she's on meds because the other girl, what's her name, asked her about the meds when they were shopping for candy.
Yeah, Tim. Yeah, you know what, Tim? This is a good point. Her mother's at the end of her fucking rope. Her father killed himself because he was a wackadoo. Her little brother has been starting fires, potentially, and bringing dead animals to school. Hey, you know what? Let's just start fucking... Yeah.
No, she's the one starting fires.
Start spiking her drinks with fucking psychoactive drugs in a flashing light environment while she's dressed like some fucking archangel, and she's got a sword of vengeance. That's a good fucking idea, Tim. That's true.
No, she left the sword at home because even she's smart enough to know that even as a white chick, she can get.
Has anyone else here been dosed by a quote unquote friend like this? Because I the first time I did LSD,
oh my gosh.
Not LSD, but
no, I've been lucky with that one. Yeah, I've one time I smoked some shit that got dosed.
Same, Tim. It wasn't intentional.
None of us knew about it. We bought it, but
I got dosed by my. I'm not gonna say it. I was not gonna say it.
No, you almost said it. I heard a B. I almost got a B out of you.
It was either boyfriend or brother.
Neither. It was my dad. It sounds worse than it is. We were already doing drugs together. It's just that.
So it's okay.
He gave me a different drug than I thought I was taking, and then he taught me a very valuable life lesson of I should probably ask what drugs I'm being given before I just take them. No.
Wait.
Did you do a Pulp Fiction?
Hold on.
Sorry.
I mean, you can keep it if you want to. It is what it is.
That sounds like a Pulp Fiction.
I thought we were doing coke. We weren't doing coke. It was heroin. The come down was terrible. And
this is a Pulp Fiction.
Yeah, that's Pulp Fiction. Yeah.
Was he in the bathroom and were you jamming to "Girl, You'll Be a Woman Soon"?
Oh, gross! No, Wick, no.
Wait, hold on. So, wait, did that really happen in Pulp Fiction? I've never seen it. Are you serious?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Most important question: did he offer you a foot rub?
Yeah.
It wasn't anything weird. It's just my dad gave me heroin instead of coke. That's all it was.
All right, Asherz, I no longer care about Breaking Bad. I'd like you to see Pulp Fiction.
I do. I have an interest in watching Pulp Fiction. I just haven't gotten to it yet.
That's one of the three things I was talking about that lived up to the hype for me. My daughter is named after a character in Pulp Fiction.
So
proceed.
And I'll see that. I'll tell you this: that movie is the exact opposite.
Okay, so
by the time I saw that movie, I was like,
do you guys think my dad did this because
my least favorite Tarantino?
No, I don't know. Like, how close is this?
No, not at all.
No,
if you see the movie, it's a different context, but the way you've described it.
Well, all right. No. Hold on. All we have to do is
Tim.
Did somebody end up stabbing you in the chest with the fucking 8-inch gauge?
So, Asherz, here's what we're going to do. I'm going to spin off a separate podcast. Okay. We're going to call it the Ashback Podcast, and we're going to go over all of the movies and TV shows that you should have watched.
That's a fantastic idea, actually.
So you can get some historical
You can't do that. This is the impetus for my whole freaking podcast. I'll put it together in February, you fuckers.
Wick, go away.
All right.
You don't have the salesman brain I got, baby. Okay, so here we go.
There is a lot of stuff that I have not seen that everybody else has seen. It's true.
There you go. Okay, so wow. Okay, so your dad gave you heroin instead of coke. That's good.
And then I grew up to never do heroin ever. I did coke a lot, but I didn't do a lot of heroin.
You know what? I'm with you. I don't like opiates.
No, I wasn't into it. Ugh. You know, I never developed drug addiction because I didn't want to get on anything like that because I knew what it was like and it sucked. And so, fair. It was a fucked up lesson to learn. Yes. It could have went sideways, but it didn't. It did exactly what he intended, I think.
It's almost like that story, like you hear from the 50s. Oh, my dad caught me with heroin, so I had to shoot the entire thing in front of him.
Yeah.
Oh, God. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I've heard of tough love, but not like, let me teach you how you're not going to do any drugs.
So Sienna's having a good time on her drugs, dancing, rubbing on things, talking about how she wishes her friend could feel it. And then we cut back to Jonathan, who shows his mom the articles and drawings in Dad's journal. Mom says, look, your dad was a sick dude toward the end. He had a tumor in his fucking brain, and he lost it. Just forget about these drawings and shit. That's not who he was. She grabs the journal, starts ripping the fucking pages out of it, throws it. Then he's like, hey, knock that up. She slaps him, gives him 5 across the eyes. Bam! He's like, you bitch. And then he... Right. And then she smacks him. Then he runs off. He calls
her a bitch first, and then she
smacks him. Mom goes boozing. Yeah, like a bitch would. So then Mom goes out, grabs a bottle of hooch, and starts chugging it, popping a couple of pills. She's like, I'm going to kill that fucking kid. Stumbles out into the garage. By the way, this scene, because earlier on, she warned them, put the car in the garage because the neighbors are going to shaving cream it. They're going to, put toilet paper or whatever. The car is fucked. The car is 100% covered in shaving cream.
There's a bashed pumpkin on it, for Christ's sake.
There is. Yeah, this kid, whoever did this, he bought the fucking town's biggest fucking pumpkin. He stole it from someplace. Tonight at the Halloween party, when they're going to announce the world's biggest pumpkin, it's going to be gone.
Charlie Brown's fucked because the great pumpkin is mad on the hood of this car. There's the only spot where there's not shaving cream is where the word bitch has been scrawled across the fucking hood of the car.
This kid rules.
Yeah. And she's like, I'm going to fucking kill him. Now I'm going to kill him. I'm going to fucking kill him. So Sienna notices her mom called like 5 times because she's like, where's your brother? I'm going to kill him. She calls.
No. She calls and
yes.
Her friends are like, don't answer. You're tripping
my God,
on Molly,
yes, Tim.
Right? Don't never talk to your mom when you're tripping on Molly, which is always a great.
Your mother's freaked out about you getting drunk. You're drunk and high and on Xanax.
Yep. Well, no, because she's playing that little fucking lawyer game. She's playing fucking lawyer ball with I'm not drunk, right? She's not lying.
Yeah, this is a Tim Yobo fucking loophole. You're right.
I mean, she did only take one shot.
Right? I like this move, yeah. I like
fair, yeah, fair. She wasn't drunk. That's true.
Yeah. But no, the mom calls, and as soon as she picks up the phone, she goes, "He's dead. He's dead. He's dead." And like he's already fucking like she found the fucking kid's body already. And again, I'm just like, man, that's such a realistic fucking thing, man. If you did that to your
testament to good writing again. She's at her wit's end. She's freaking out. Is it really a big deal that she got her card vandalized by the kid who's pissed off? No, but it's enough to drive you over the edge, particularly when your daughter is screaming at you from an obvious rave.
It's the last of it. But now here's the thing. In this, I have had this exact moment in my life several times. Mom is freaking out on the phone. Not my mom, but somebody is freaking.
And you're dressed like a Valkyrie.
Fuck yeah. Going. I'm dressed like a Valkyrie. I got my ass hanging out. It's fine. Yeah. But I have there's this moment where you can mix weed and booze and whatever else you're on, pills, and you hit this perfect zen of focus. Oh, yeah. And she hits it. And she's like, Mom, listen, I love you. Just calm down. You're going to be okay. Okay? I don't tell you I love you enough. It's fine. And Jonathan's got his problems. I understand that. But you know what? He's going to be fine too. So just take a deep breath and calm down. And just like whenever you tell a woman to calm down, it works.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
And with that, folks, I got to take a break here real quick. We're 2 hours in.
Perfect timing. My cat
your cat heard my voice and got enraptured. So we're going to take a break, and when we come back, the end of Terrifier 2.
Yeah.
And pause. Resume. And we're back. So, Mom just saw all of the wreckage that happened on the car, and Jonathan, despite all his rage, he's feeling like a rat in a cage. He runs the fuck out of this house until he sees a van with our little pale girl in it, and she does the cool Thriller, like, yellow eyes.
Oh, yeah.
Tim, are you familiar with Thriller, by the way?
Yes, I saw that one time on Friday Night Videos.
Okay with Thriller?
I was never a Michael Jackson fan. Sorry, and especially I guess at that age, it was even more like the more popular something was, the more I was going to be against it to begin with. But just not typical teenager or something like that, right? I love classic rock, so here was something that was taking over MTV and all this other stuff. And come on,
you do realize Van Halen was doing guitar
12 minutes long. Who wants to see that shit
on Beat It, right? You don't like Van Halen?
Here's a little bit of hard take.
Okay. As a band,
overrated band, but Eddie Van Halen
as a guitar player,
is awesome.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Okay.
Great guitarist, but band overall.
Roth forever.
Yeah.
Oh, Roth.
Yeah, Hagar sucked.
Yeah, there's no question about that.
Sorry, Asherz. I know.
Once Roth left, it was downhill.
Hieroglyphics.
Didn't they get some Filipino guy to fill in after Hagar left?
I don't know. Maybe you guys want me to phone my mom in on this conversation.
Oh, wow. That's nice. Oh, that's great.
Well, that's very apropos, Asher, and I love the way that you do this, by the way. Much better co-host than Candice, that was her name. Because at this point, Sienna calls her mom, and she's like, I'm going to kill your brother. I'm going to fucking kill him. Bye. Click after the hang up. I love you thing. Wiping down the car. Wipes down the window of the car.
Oh boy.
Fantastic, because this motherfucker whips out a Derringer. Little double barrel like snub nose fucking shotgun.
It's not even snubbed up. I mean, it's down to the stock.
Yeah.
My dad had one of these fucking things.
It's a fucking hand cannon at this point.
My dad had one of these, but it was an over under. It wasn't a side by side. Basically, you're good.
What the fuck did your dad have that for? That's not a fucking somebody's gonna break into my house fucking weapon.
Tim, listen, when you have a hook for a hand,
somebody's
you
house
have to properly.
Tim, do you know what an SKS is? An SKS is a Russian version of an AK-47.
No.
My father had...
Everybody knows that, dildo. Come on.
My father...
Isn't an AK-47 a Russian version of a Russian gun?
So my father had four of them.
AK-47.
And he had probably conservatively 9 50-round magazines for them and crates of ammo for them. Why? Because I grew up in Washington State.
Wow, wait a second.
We were...
Yeah, it's like, wait a second. Was this like
this was after Ruby
Randy
Ridge.
Weaver
So,
or the Branch Davidians?
Yeah. I told you my dad used to take me. We'd go to gun shows. My dad would give me money as a minor. And he'd be like, buy stuff. And it's like, well, I could get rings. I could get rings that have swastikas.
Minor discount. That was just like 3%.
I could go
off.
buy pewter rings with swastikas and skulls on them, or I could go buy... Yeah, or I can go buy books about like improvised explosives and poison
cookbook and stuff.
I never bought
Turner Diaries. So were there, right?
There was the Anarchist Cookbook, yeah, but a lot of it was like these little, like they looked almost like a Tijuana Bible. Cookbook, like if you ever saw those, the little flip books, and they were very short, and they're just like here's how you could use a clothespin to make it so if somebody opened up a door, you fuse 2 pieces of metal to either end of the clothespin, it pulls the peg out of the clothespin, they connect, that completes the circuit and lights the explosive device, and have fun. And I'm like,
and Tommy Lee Jones blows up Jeff Bridges,
and I'm like 11, and I'm like, this is cool, Dad. So that's what I grew up around. It wasn't quite getting.
There's a really great documentary about the guy who wrote the Anarchist Cookbook. It should be on the Blood Bank probably by tomorrow, by the day that this
that guy was weird.
I highly recommend it. It's really
talk
about
not to mention there's a ton of shit in the Anarchist Cookbook that's just bullshit and will kill you if you try to do it.
Well, it's kind of like one of those things. It's kind of like how, like, sometimes, like, the FBI sets up a sting thing, and I'm not going to go like Alex Jones, like, just to find out who's like the stupid idiots who like reply to the ad, like,
we call that
like
a honeypot.
Assassin?
And like you actually in cybersecurity we do that. We'll set up like a server that's super duper easy for people to hack into, just to let them hack into it, so we can gather their information.
Locally, the police did something here where they had like a day where they're like, hey, if you have any warrants out for your arrest, if you come in today, like, we will wipe away that warrant. So everybody's like, okay, we're not falling for
that. You know what's happening on that one? There's like 800 guys hanging out 3 blocks away, just going, looking around the corner. Who's going to be first? It's like those things when those fucking water buffaloes have to go past the alligator to get to the other side of the river. Which one's going to go first?
Everybody was like, oh, no, I'm not buying that one.
No. Right.
I win a boat too, right,
motherfucker? The crackhead, he pops in. This is the 5 o'clock free crack giveaway, and they're like, "No, it's the intervention." Ah, damn it! You got me. Well, yeah, when Neil Breen wrote everything,
when
not
it used
him.
To be funny,
when it was funny.
Dave Chappelle lives here. Actually, well, not like here, like 20 minutes away from me.
Oh, that's
like
cool.
In your house?
Yeah, he lives in my house. Yeah.
That's neat.
If you see him, can you kick him in the balls for me?
I will.
Thanks.
I will. This is from Eddie.
Yeah. So mom gets her fucking head blown off. And then we cut back to Sienna dancing at the party. She sees the pale girl, freaks out. So now she can see the pale girl. We've established before most people can't. Her brother could at school, right? The guy in the laundromat could not. Yeah. Now that she's whacked out on goofballs, she can see the pale girl.
Well, we don't know if it's because she's under the influence, right? It's just she can see it.
Yes.
I think Wick is right on this one. I think that they're connected, like the brother said somehow. That's why they can both see. Because the brother's not whacked out on goofballs. I mean, he might be whacking it.
It goes to the ball.
But, so then Jonathan runs all the way home just to say he's sorry for smashing the pumpkin. And he sees his dead mom at the dinner table.
Oh, I like this too. I really like this.
Wick, please, buddy.
I really like this.
Go for it.
Oh, you want me to take it?
Please, of course.
He comes in, mom's at the table, ready for dinner. Nice traditional stuff's going on. Hey, who's serving? Well, they got themselves a new maid, is basically what happens. Yeah, Art comes out with like an old fashioned. I thought it was gravy at first. I didn't like a tureen or something like that.
It's like a crock.
Sets it down in front of.
It's an old crock. Yeah.
So we know that Art can cook, or at least he can mash a potato, because that's basically it's just stuffed full of mashed potatoes.
Those are some fluffy mashed potatoes. So he did all right.
I know the guy's got secrets. Yeah. Well, he's a clown. He's got trade secrets. You know. Frankly, he fit a lot more mashed potatoes in that container that would normally be able to fit in that container because he's a clown. Grabs mom. Starts feeding mom potatoes. Oh my God.
He just grabs a fistful and jams it in her fucking throat hole. And it's so good.
It's really, well, I don't know how good the potatoes were, but the effect is amazing.
Looks fantastic. Kid Jonathan loses his fucking mind, like you would, clearly.
Right. Whips around, sees that like Art Jr. is there, and like little girl's there. And loses his shit.
Yeah. Gets the fuck upstairs.
Neck, right? Yeah.
Slams the door.
That's right.
Sees the sword. Goes for the sword. Falls down. Art has the big syringe full of jism and injects it in his neck.
Now, the first time I saw this movie, I didn't think there was anything in it. I thought he was going to give him like an aneurysm.
No, this was in the first movie.
But then we find out later on, no, there was something. Right.
Yeah, this was in the first movie.
Yeah, this is an MO, because he did that in the first movie, didn't he? He knocked a hot chick with black hair out. Same way.
Hot chick with black
hair. Yeah.
Was her name,
I don't care about women. They're just objects in movies, so I just identify them. No. Fuck that face girl's daughter with the skeleton.
Yeah. He knocked out that slit with her fucking juice.
I'm sorry.
It's okay, Wick. Don't worry about it.
Done describing shit. I will say, again, good script writing, good pacing, good idea is that I think a lot of cheap, lazy writers would make Art afraid of the sword that he sees.
No.
Yeah.
Yep, right. Exactly. I thought as soon as he picked it up, that he was going to be like,
he just goes, ooh, like but nope. This one isn't rusty yet.
That's something. Yeah, this one won't give people tetanus. Maybe I should look into this technology.
Right.
So then, we cut to Sienna, and her friends are like, okay, we got to take this bitch back home. She freaked out on the dance floor. And she's like, hey, fucker. I'm on booze, I'm on Xanax, and I'm on fucking Molly. What are you doing? She's like, look, I didn't know you were on Xanax. That one's on you, okay? I just snuck you Molly without telling you. That's fine.
Yeah, HIPAA, bitch. You ever hear about it?
And I'm like, listen. Yeah, you don't have to tell people when you're sneaking them drugs in their drinks, right, Tim?
No. I'm not saying that, but I'm like, why would she assume that her friend has to tell her that she's on Xanax?
Tell people you're giving them a drug. Don't sneak people yeah. Anyhow,
it's pretty shitty.
Yeah, Because at that scene, I already have written down my notes because until we get the reveal, I have written down, I was like, yo, is she fucking tripping on X?
Yeah.
Because she's not acting like she's drunk or anything like that.
She's
and then there's like
rolling
2
on
scenes
Molly.
later where he goes, yeah,
they're
but
driving
Molly,
her home. Jonathan calls
yo,
her.
that's fucked up. Yeah.
But it's not Jonathan.
Or does he?
No, it's like, yeah.
Wolfie,
it's like,
are
hey,
you
is
okay?
Wolfie okay?
Jesus Christ.
No, so we've now learned that Pale Girl can apparently she's like the Rich Little of this movie. She can just perfectly mimic people's voices. She's like, yeah,
Exactly what we all thought of.
yeah, we all thought of Rich Little, that reference from 1974 that Tim and I
Our hearts went to Rich Little.
Come on, you know what? I don't care. I challenge anybody to find me somebody better than Rich Little doing impersonations for me.
Challenge accepted.
Pound for pound.
Yeah, I don't
What's
know.
the dude from Mad TV? The Mad TV guy.
That's him. That TV guy. Yeah.
Yeah,
Mad
Bobby
TV
Lee.
guy. See, I don't just call the chicks with black hair chicks. I also call Mad TV guys Mad TV guys.
You want to know? Yeah. You want to specifically know the guy's name, the
that
chick
sounds
with
like a
black
cover.
hair. You're like, who cares? The chick with black hair. But what was the name of the man on Mad TV who was an
he's a
established
guy.
impressionist?
Sorry.
Hold on, let me Google
There's a guy.
it. Yeah.
He has a name. His name was Robert Paulson. Good sir. So Pale Girl's like, yeah, I'm at the old carnival. Me and my friends came here, and now I'm stuck. I gotta hang up because bye. Click. They drive there, and her friend's like, I don't want to go there. It's like, well, we have to because I gotta go get my brother. All right, well, I guess
Forward the film, we have to.
I guess my night's already been ruined the most it could be ruined. Fucking shut up, dude. Just calm down. Go pick up your friend's little brother who's 12, by the way. They establish he's 12 and an old. Yeah.
Oh, wait, are you talking about the dude? I'd be pissed if I was him too. I'm sorry. Look, he's putting minimal effort in and he's getting maximum payout. And now here comes a friend and fucking
The dude's got 2 chicks in his car that are fucking rolling on Molly. Damn.
He's doing fine. He's got a plan.
That's true.
Tim, my friend, can I tell you about striking while the iron is hot, or at least while the iron is weakened?
The term is attack of opportunity.
Strike while the iron is
while you're
weakened
between
and
state
pliable,
lines.
Tim, that's the expression.
Oh, and I get shit for black-haired chick. Thanks. That's awesome.
Wick, the difference is the what's that thing in comedy? Timing. That's the difference.
Douchebaggery. Yeah.
So they drive her over to the old carnival, and she's like, "All right, meet me out front." Doesn't meet her out front. She's like, "All right, I'm going to go in the old I'm going to go in the old crazy carnival. That's a good place to end the third act of this fucking movie."
It really is, though. I mean, you can't ask for anything better.
It's perfect. And then when we get the name of the movie, oh come on. So she leaves. Chef's kiss on this one, by the way. Her friend turns to the guy and is like, "Hey, let me tell you all about her dad. Her dad was fucking cuckoo Cocoa Puffs. Beat the shit out of her." And that's why.
Well, doesn't say beat, just say abused.
Was abusive.
And let's leave that open. Let's.
No, I think she says that her father was nuts.
Right.
And particularly abusive to her.
Yeah, he said her father was nuttier than a three-peckered owl.
Crash.
And then he got hopped up on an entire bottle of Jack Daniels. That's how you know it's bad, if it's Jack Daniels.
Well, that's how you know that they got clearance, because Jack Daniel will say yes to anything. The reason why... it's not public domain alcohol, but like there's a lot of companies out there that get really, really, really edgy about
especially
what you're using.
If you want to use their design of their label to make a product, you can totally do that. Yeah. They'll never, ever, ever have a problem with it.
Jack Daniel never says no. That's like the famous thing about them, is that it doesn't matter if you're a good guy, bad guy, whatever. They will always say, go ahead, use our product.
This episode is brought to you by Jack Daniels, where no means yes. Jack Daniels. So...
Now pay us money and we'll stop doing that ad.
So Jonathan texts her back and is like, "Hey, it's cool. I'm locked up in the Terrifier." So now we have to go to the Terrifier. We go in the Terrifier. The Terrifier, by the way, I'm going to keep saying it, is the haunted house full of clowns. Very on the nose. Yeah, totally. Mm-hmm. And inside of it, right? Jonathan wakes up. Pale Girl is, by the way, in the news article where the little girl was killed, who Pale Girl is, she was killed in the makeup trailer.
Right.
And we're in the makeup trailer. We see her looking in the mirror, doing her thing, turns around, her just cutting her face off. Just great. That's cool. So Jonathan watches that happen. Then, and Asherz, you probably dig this one. We cut back to Sienna's friends. They're doing coke.
Yeah. It reminded me of my childhood.
That's nice.
Well, I hope the next part didn't, because then they start trying to fuck. But you know what? And her friend, to be fair, is decent. She's like, look, my friend went into a weird, crazy fucking circus that's abandoned in the middle of the night on Halloween.
I like how she keeps going like, what time is it?
Well, that's what happens when you're fucked up on Molly and cocaine. I mean,
sure. Yeah, that's doubling down on a crazy level, by the way. Molly and coke. I mean, come on. So the guy's all like, I don't fucking know. She's like, look, I'm going to call my friend. He's like, all right, fine. I'm going to go out and take a piss. Sneaks around the car, scares her. What a dickhead move to do, by the way.
That's what I told you, man. This guy, he is in like Flynn. He's trying to talk his way out of the pussy.
Tim, you're 100% right. Like I've always said, right? You can only talk yourself out of pussy. You know what I mean? Just shut up. No, Tim, don't.
And I mean, Asherz, for real. You know, you're into all this kind of crazy stuff. Do you really like being scared like that in the car?
That does not work.
Nobody likes that shit. That never works.
Of course not. You know what does? You say, hey, I rented a movie. I'm ordering in, and we're going to hang out.
Right. Yes.
Not I'm going to drive you. Yeah.
Netflix and chill.
Mine's a lot more straightforward. I'm just like, hey, you want to fuck? And they always say yes or no. Right? And they rarely ever say no.
That's such a better. That's a perfect approach.
So it must work.
There you go, right? Well, that always works, yeah.
Yeah.
And you don't want to get a woman wet with her own urine, right? Well, I mean, according to Wick, that's called squirting. But let's not get into that. That's a whole other conversation. I'm convinced,
actually, that all pee is squirt. That's my new argument.
Oh, okay.
Oh, that's scientific. Thank you.
You know what I'm convinced of?
With
Who
that
cares?
many fluids?
You know what? If some chick can do something to me where I end up pissing all over the goddamn ceiling,
if you feel so good that motor oil flies out of your navel, I'm fine.
No. I'll tell you
I don't care what it is or where it comes from.
I'll tell you the answer. Right now.
No, that's just expensive, man.
As a man, if I get a reaction.
Thank you.
That's all. That's fine. That's it. If I get a positive.
No, that's a little bit broad. Reaction. That's a little broad.
A positive reaction. Tim.
It's going to be a lot of things. Okay, all right, yeah. Because he scared the shit out of her in the car. He got a reaction out of her, but, you know.
That's basically squirt, right? Wick. Made her piss herself. So.
I made a squirt.
I'm really glad I run a horror podcast. Let me tell you why. It's very progressive. It's very progressive.
It could be.
I'm just going to go on record to let all of the men here know that if they're bioqueefing, then there's a problem.
You don't want to bioqueef.
That's a different evening. There's a whole different lineup for that.
I like to call that seed rejection when women bioqueef.
Yeah, that's
after sex. Yeah. It's very offensive, by the way. So,
how dare you?
Anyhow, so then he runs around the back of the car, tee-hee, and takes a piss. She turns, sees a nice little just the tip joke scrawled on the window. Then Art punches through the window, drags her ass out, and stabs her boyfriend through the dick. Sounds. He does some sounding.
Oh my god! I have written down if I was an actor.
How could you not know what's happening? As soon as he went around to take a piss, I was like, "Well, there it goes.
His dick's out.
That's coming off. That puppy's coming off."
It's just the tip, yeah. I thought that's what was going to happen. I thought
and he doesn't drag her out of the car until he terrorizes her by rubbing the dick all over the window.
Yeah, that's true.
Oh my god!
Because he does it right.
Yeah. He's committed to the bit.
Do you know how much it hurts rubbing your
I don't think you feel it once it's attached to your body, really but
I think once you've been bobbited, it's done.
I have that phantom feeling, like a phantom limb. That'd be really fucked up, man. Right?
No, I hope he doesn't feel that part of it, Tim. That's a very good point. And then so she.
He lives, but the rest of his life, I feel like he's got his dick.
But her leg is all cut up, and he chases her all through the carnival. And
a little long.
Cornering her. Yeah, this is where we can start cutting some time, I'm going to say.
Yep.
Yeah, you know why? Because she should be running a lot faster because her leg isn't that hurt. That in a situation like that she can't. The adrenaline alone.
I understand his willingness to stretch this sort of stuff out because he took his time with all the character building and the world building in the first couple of acts. So I sort of see him going like, I'm not going to short shrift this thing. I'm going to take my time with it. But it does get a little excessive.
I mean, she's such a bitch. I couldn't wait for her to die anyway. You know what I mean? Like, just
there's that too. It's like it's the difference between somebody.
Look at Asher with the hate.
You said she was a friend of yours.
No, we don't do that.
No, listen, no.
Well, guess what, Asher? She's dead now. Are you happy?
It's all my fault. Well, I mean, I still think she's a bitch.
You know what my biggest problem with this scene is?
Merry Christmas.
That fluoroanemonic acid is a super acid that would burn through glass, and only, much like Breaking Bad, would not burn through certain polyurethane-based plastics.
Yeah.
You know, Eddie, I like it because here we are. We're two sides of the same coin. Because here's how your scientific mind worked out. Mine worked the way that he's holding that jar of acid behind his back. There's no way that he could throw it without actually throwing it on himself.
You know what I had? You know what I noticed at this point is that a fucking demonic clown has been stalking and killing people for 2 hours.
So why does he need acid?
It's a demonic
point. He should be able to bile vomit acid on her. That's a good point.
No,
Wick.
Well, that wasn't what I was going for. But let's move on.
He should squirt acid.
He should be able to squirt it on her.
He doesn't have a vagina.
Well, okay, we can get the pale girl in there.
Oh, easy. Now, guys, come on.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
That was squirting.
Was that
technically?
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. So now he acids her in the face, like she didn't respect his religion. And then... I
was waiting. Oh, God, I was waiting.
Oh, my God. There's one way or the other that you're going to go with that joke. Thank God.
Yeah, there was an eyebrow
went with
cock
a little bit more tasteful.
But like she was an infidel. And then he just beats her to fucking mush with a table leg with nails stuck through it.
Yeah.
Talk about
You know why he does that? Do you know why he does that?
Because it is a fantastic visceral weapon.
It's because she was asking for it.
Oh, my
God. And then he rips her chest. Yeah, wait, come on. When I borderline insulted people's religious practices and was starting to talk about like global politics.
You mean to tell me you walk into a haunted house dressed like that? You're not asking for
fair. But he does eat her heart out. I mean,
he sure does.
Yeah,
sure
you
does.
can look, but you don't have to kill or torture,
That's
right?
Fine. Then Sienna runs around the corner, finds her, gets cornered by Art the Clown. Jonathan runs in, distracts Art the Clown, then runs away, and then Art and Sienna they fucking have it out. Art beats her ass,
piss out of her
in this scene, and she should be dead.
Yeah,
you know, but he leaves her.
And you know what's cool about it too is because at no point when he's doing this does it even look like there's any going to be a chance that anybody's going to come in and save her, right? Her little fucking pussy ass brother ain't coming in to save her.
All hope.
The mom
is
dead. Everybody else is dead, right? And like in any other movie, there'd be at least like a couple of scenes where you'd be like, "All right, here's where she gets up and she turns around and she turns the table on."
There's a reason
he
for
just
all this.
kicks her into
100% a reason for it. 100%. She needs to go through this to what happens later.
Well, that's because
so then he runs out. He's like, "All right, I'm going to go get Jonathan." Stalks him, slashes him up. Sienna gets up, drags her like fucking bloody body up, grabs the nail bats Art's ass in the fucking back of the dome. Then her and her brother run away into the church. Right. Where all these berobed dummies, but there's one of them that you can't see its face. I wonder what's going to happen with that. Right. Anyhow, she's like, "All right, you stay here, Jonathan. I'm going to look all around." So she looks all around. And the one in the robe pops up. Guess what happened? That's Art the Clown.
Oh my God! No way!
Surprise! And he's got the cat o' nine tails, and we're going through the Passion play in the church, right? It's
scourging.
Literally Jesus Christ, the Passion play, the getting whipped, and Jonathan getting whipped in his back and ripped apart. She runs in, throws herself over her brother, and just gets whipped to shit until there's nothing fucking left of her. And Tim, I came
all the feathers are flying all over the place.
John
Woo came with those feathers. Oh my God.
I remember being that young.
I've only seen a woman look like that twice in my life.
Oh, God.
But no, I love women. I really do. So we
this is called a comedy show, right?
He sticks his arm, she sticks her arm up, whips the bracer, ka-chink, catches it on her bracer.
Yep.
And then pulls the whip down. She's like, "Oh yeah, bitch, my turn." Starts whipping the fuck out of him. Yeah. Right. She took away his phallic image of power. She has the power. And then takes a piece of rebar and sticks it through his fucking skull.
There you go.
Turns around like, "All right, I got him." Nope. He starts choking her ass out. While he's doing this, Jonathan turns. He's like, "Hey, shit, there's that Derringer in his fucking leg." Grabs the double-barrel little side-by-side Derringer. Arts puts his hands up like, "I surrender. It's okay." Nah. Pow!
A bloom.
Yeah. And it should be over. And poor Sienna takes a nap. Her eyes flutter shut because she's been beaten to 3 deaths.
To death.
At this point.
To death. Yeah.
Well, we're not at her final death, but this is one of them.
Well, I don't know. I don't know because there's a reason that she keeps going out and coming back and going out and coming back. Is the same reason why Art is going out and coming back. That's my.
They're inextricably linked by a certain force, right? So then she wakes up. Mom wakes her up. It's like, "Hey, it's cool. I'm gonna give me a hug." Jonathan's like, yeah, bitch, that's not Mom. That's the pale girl. She looks over. Oh shit, it's the pale girl. Pale girl touches her face and reveals to her because, by the way, Jonathan hasn't told her Mom's dead. This is what's happened. And she does the I'm going to give you a lifetime of my memories shit into her face.
Slightly lazy writing, but okay. If you're going to...
I mean, at this point, the movie's long enough. It got its point
across
to mythology. We all understood it.
Yeah,
that's a good way of getting exposition out.
It works. It's fine. It's not unique, and it does cut some corners. But okay, let's do that.
So
in a movie Wick, that doesn't do that at all, except for that one.
So Wick, you're saying that the end of The Crow, where he grabs the antagonist by the face and says, "I no longer need this lifetime of memories," and injects that into his face.
Are you going to shit on the crow? Go ahead, Wick.
No, it's a fine
Go ahead.
film.
Shit on the crow.
That's all Pale Girl did in this scene. But anyhow, so then she wakes up and she finds Jonathan Art standing over Jonathan. He turns,
having a late supper, right? Is that
having a little wrist lunch.
Yeah.
He whips around, grabs her, chokes her, and throws her down in Buffalo Bill's pit, which there's also a hell portal in the floor.
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah. My thoughts again is,
well, you notice
who put the light bulbs in? Who's in charge of making sure all those light bulbs are
really there?
None of this is there. Okay. This is all a dream sequence.
None of this is here. This is all they're in the underground or the upside down or whatever you want to call it at this point.
They're in Dante's Inferno. Maybe
they're in a Jodorowsky film at this point,
continuing to descend downward until finally we get into.
So there is no Clown Cafe?
No, it's no Santa Claus either.
No Easter Bunny. But I'll tell you what also there is Houdini's water torture chamber.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
That's what I have written down too. Houdini's water tank, yes.
She got stabbed
and she
in
did
the
get
stomach
punched in the stomach right before too, right?
Which is the old...
It's more like H.P. Lovecraft's torture tank at this point. Yeah.
Had the tentacle, that's true. And then that's the old urban legend is... The old urban legend is that Houdini used to challenge people to punch him in the stomach because he could take it, and somebody punched him in the stomach before he got in the... Mm-hmm. No, it's not
that's
true.
The movie
and
I
he got punched
Tony
in
Curtis,
the stomach before he did the water torture chamber, and that's why he died in it. But it's not true. Anyhow, she goes in there, though, after she got stabbed in the stomach by her dad's dagger sword. And there's a weird umbilical Lovecraft style wrapped around her ankle, pulling her downward. And it's such an eldritch horror of your... But interesting, like, veneer of surrounding it of now you're on display. Now you're well lit. Right. You're in front of everybody in this highly stylized...
Yeah.
Now you're part of the show that you were dreaming about being a show.
And everybody's dead around you. There's nobody here to help you.
No, are they? No, at that point, I don't think they're dead. When she's in the tank, I think they're alive doing their little swinging stuff. Because I remember looking. She's not there in the treehouse where she was
but
before.
As but she
everybody
dies,
else, the kids are on the swing doing all this shit.
Everything and especially in front of her, the hobo fire in the barrel, the flame from it extinguishes more and more and more until it's barely lit.
You know, this is going to sound really kind of fucked up, but she's hot choking out there like that.
Okay, again, if you're keeping score at home, all I said was black-haired chick in the... forget it.
Asherz, you got any guy that's been really tortured that's hot you want to talk about so we can balance this? Like...
Right, I mean, have you...
All I know is if I win that lotto, I'm buying a fucking Houdini tank.
Yeah, of course
fair.
I do.
Okay, that's fair. Yeah, that's true. Literally every one of them. Okay.
All of you were shocked except for Asherz when I said that.
So Jonathan wakes up to RDB's
Sunday night.
And then her dad's dagger crackles with magic.
Yeah.
As does the stab wound in her navel as blood escapes from it. And we get the cool lighting up like D&D magic. She rolled save versus spell, and she got a natural 20.
She hit a 20. Yeah, she hit a natty.
Oh, come on. Don't ruin it with that shit. Come on, man.
She got some divine intervention on this bitch.
D&D's
and then wakes up.
Yep.
She looks down. She's like, yeah, fuck this stupid little thing wrapped around my leg. Rips it out. Pops up. Gets the dagger. Runs upstairs. Hacks at the neck of Art the Clown a few times. Then slits his throat. Turns around. Gets in front of him. Looks him in the eye.
This is great.
And this And Wick, I'm so with you on this because there's a little subtle move that Art does here.
Yep.
He's like, you know what? Golf clap. Like Blowfield to Bond.
Yep.
Turns his head and exposes his neck like, go for it.
Right.
She cuts his fucking head off. And she's like, collapses. Like, all right, I'm done. I've done it. I'm the Valkyrie. I've done the thing.
To me, the look in retrospect, after seeing it like 3 or 4 times, is it's almost like all right, till we meet again.
Yeah.
Like that's sort of
Yeah.
You won this round. Yeah, you got this one.
Perfect, yeah.
It's, you know what it is? Is it's Billy Zane at the end of Demon Knight.
It's exactly what it is.
Yes.
It's fucking.
Because it's you, like, you know what? This is a story that is played out historically over and over and over again through different avatars. Your avatar defeated mine this time. I'll see you next time.
Well played.
Yep.
And let's move on. Yeah, it's how he does it.
The pale girl gets up, grabs the head, walks off with it.
Free head.
Yep, got free head. Pale little girl got head, even though she's got blood bile cooch. And we're all done. She walks off credits. But wait.
Well, that's about it. No,
there's more. We cut to, what was her name? The Victoria? Vicky.
Yes. Victoria. Yeah, Vicky Hayes.
Vicky Hayes.
What's the
at
name
the
of
mental hospital. She's in the psych ward, and we cut to... Well, I mean, we break the walls down because Chris Jericho is watching Plan 9 from outer space.
Yeah.
Is that who? Oh, man, because I was looking at Chris. I saw that
Tim,
name.
it's the
I know
Lion
that
Tamer.
fucking name. That's some fucking wrestling idiot.
He cost more to
when
get
the
into
fuck
the movie
was he
than
in the
anybody
movie?
else. He was the big get.
Lead singer of the band Fozzy,
Really?
Tim. He's...
Sure.
He is the wrestler. He's also the lead singer of the band Fozzy, Tim. It's
like Fozzie Bear.
Yeah, they do a great cover of Smooth Criminal.
They do a great cover of Live Wire by Motley Crue, but that's about it. So he's watching Plan 9 from outer space, and he's saying, "Hey, Nurse Broad, my wife made this weird Jell-O mold, which is the whitest and 80s-est thing you could do, which matches his hair." Yeah. And we cut into Vicky, who's been finger painting with cooch blood. Slut, whore, filth, pig, cunt.
That's what she's been writing. Eddie's not judging her
on the wall. And
there you go.
No, I'm not making a value assessment of her. But then she also writes Vicky plus art and puts a little heart around it, and it's very lovely. And we cut out to Jericho eating his wife's jelly eyeball gunk with some blood jam. And he's like, "Oh, I'm going to start my diet tomorrow." And the nurse is like, "I'm not going to eat that shit." And she starts humming a song we're all so familiar with at this fucking time in the movie, from the Clown Cafe. And then she leaves. She hears a singing and talking. She goes and looks in Vicky's room, and she sees Vicky has given birth to something. Art's fucking head. She gave birth to Art's head, which turns to her and smiles. Credits.
Yeah. There you go.
There you go, folks. That is Terrifier 2. So I'm going to start with you, Wick. What are your closing thoughts on this film?
I think it's really phenomenal. It's the last. I can't think of a horror movie that I've appreciated more in the last few years. For what it is, I think it's exceptional. I mentioned masterpiece at the beginning of this podcast. I'm going to go back to that and say that I think that this is a masterpiece. This is the work of somebody who truly appreciates his roots and stuff that he loves. And I think he really knocked it out of the park with paying homage to the stuff that he identified with. I thought it was great. I have no complaints.
Asherz, as a Fortean investigator, can I ask you, with your knowledge of cryptids, what is art?
Oh, God. Well, that's a good question. He would probably be more considered like a ghoul type creature. Just because like we have seen him eat people and he's just generally kind of awful, and then he's humanoid. So I would probably consider him a ghoul. Actually, in North America, we call that the Wendigo. So I could see that he seems to be attracted to also unfortunate souls. So that makes sense. But yeah, that's what that's the closest thing I would see him as. I don't see him as like, even though I did watch All Hallows Eve, like I don't see him as like a demon. I guess that's what he's supposed to be, but I don't know. Yeah. It just doesn't hit for me like a typical demon does. You know, I don't really care to know what art is. I don't really need that. I just need him to keep killing people the way that he does.
Yeah.
Yep. Perfectly happy with him just falling out of one dimension.
I don't need to know. I don't have I did initially. I'm not gonna lie. That's why I watched All Hallows Eve. I was very confused after watching Terrifier, and I felt like I needed answers. But now, after seeing 3 separate films with his character in it, I'm satisfied with that.
Okay, and Tim, quick question: who had the best hair in this movie?
Yes.
You got to say the pale girl. It's sticking out on the top of her little hat. You got to say the pale girl.
No.
Come on.
Tim associates
hair
man. With sex.
Come on. No, because I remember being alive when chicks were actually fucking doing that. No. You think it's one of those things you think is cool.
I'm going to bring it back. I'm doing it.
It's not in real life. Trust me. Okay?
Asherz, take a picture with that hair.
I don't know.
Come on, Tim.
It's a hard thing to pull off, man. I'd have to either go with either the mom or the original reporter.
Asherz, what's your favorite art moment?
Definitely the alley kill. Everything about it. I mean, the whole thing. I like it. I mean, just from when you just take all of it together from beginning to end, the torture and killing her, the mom finding her, and then even the trick-or-treat head where he's just fucking just cutting it up with the trick-or-treaters, having a great time. That's perfect.
So chef's kiss.
Yeah. He's like, you thought it was like whoever directed this movie, whoever. Yeah. The guy who directed this movie was like, you want to see over the top? Nope. Here you go. This is over the top.
Dash and then a little extra. It's perfect. Yeah, it's great. It's very fun. Art is still art. I love when he leaves and then he comes back and he's so jovial. Yeah.
Oh my god, when he comes back with the fucking bleach and salt and oh my god. Even my wife, who's like she's watching she's one of these, she's watching it through 2 hands closed and all that stuff. She was laughing when she came back into the
I mean, just even like by itself, the whole scene, it's very long. I mean, it's very long and drawn out, and it's good.
Not too big.
It's not too big.
It's not too big.
It's not too big.
Right,
it's just the right.
I think that's what it's supposed to do. It's supposed to like make you feel uncomfortable, but then you got that little bit comic relief when he comes back.
And he knew he was doing that. That's why he cut in the middle of the scene and cut to, back to Sienna and all that.
No, it's so deliberate. It's so deliberate. He's like, you want this, you got it. Yeah. But then I got more because I don't want you to just be, titillated. I want you to be absolutely. I want you to laugh in shock.
I need you disgusted. I need you done with it. Wick, what's your favorite art moment?
It worked, yeah.
I mentioned it before. I really love the entire business in the Halloween shop, just from start to end. I think it all works out great. I love the bits. Yep. The fucking horn thing is great. Just cutting back to him in different sunglasses, his entire person. Because from the moment that he sees them like downstairs, and she's got to like creep past him because she's a little skeeved out, but that's about it. And then it escalates, and then him slamming her bag down on the counter. I just thought everything about that was paced wonderfully. It was like Hitchcock. It was great.
Mm-hmm. And Tim?
For me, for real, there's just so many. I think every time that he's on screen is my favorite time. There isn't any time where I see him where I'm just like, come on, get off of him. I want to see something. When he's doing all this crazy torture shit, I'm just waiting for him to put the next look on his face that just is going to make me laugh. It's just incredible. He's really, like I said, he is, in my opinion, he is up there with Freddy as the most charismatic.
100%.
Totally. I say he's more charismatic because Freddy turned into a stand-up comic after a while.
Well, look, we're only up to technically the third movie of his. I mean... You never know what's going to happen with the series. Like I said, who knows? He could get $15 million to make a movie because this movie made percentage-wise what 200% of his fucking money back. And then you're going to start getting producers' notes, and you're going to be like, he has to be a little bit more relatable. How can we get art cereal in supermarkets?
Yeah.
Can we get him a little bit more kid-friendly? That's what's going to happen. What could happen?
I don't know. I
think
think it's
Freddy,
deliberate
it
that he's trying to
to
stay away from that with the amount of shock value that he's adding to his movies.
Yeah.
I think I think he as a filmmaker and as an artist, I think he's really adamant about keeping this as culty as possible, if that makes sense.
Freddy
Not
was
correct.
a child molester.
And the '80s was a great time for
Look
franchises.
what he turned into.
So I don't agree with you necessarily. I don't think that they're going to try to market the hell out of him.
Oh no, I don't. I hope not.
True.
But I'm just saying, you never know what can happen with something like this. Where the roots of something is so grounded, so dirty, and not dirty, but so fucking crazy and gory. And then
I think he's going to die. I'm sorry, Asherz.
No, I was saying that earlier. Kind of now it's weird what the future is going to hold for this franchise, because either we are not going to get any more explanation on the lore at all, and people are going to get bored, or we're going to get more explanation on the lore and it's going to fuck it up. I mean, it sucks. This is going to be the peak, and I do believe that. Mm-hmm. It's beautiful. It's a great place to be. But typically, when you look at these past franchises, that's about when it hits. Is about the third movie, and then it's a downward slope.
You need more answers.
Yeah.
You need more answers, or else you're afraid you're losing something.
But
now it's a proven franchise.
Now
that this guy is proven.
We, as fans of this kind of stuff, we can expect that still. So just like with all the other tropes and things in this movie, we can expect that and know that it's coming, and still appreciate it for what it is, with whatever it turns into.
Mm-hmm.
I posit to you both, but not Eddie, because he hasn't weighed in yet. I posit to you both that we're being pessimistic about it. It's very possible. I'm not saying this is a good thing, but I'm saying it's very possible that he might have the foresight or the, I don't want to say genius, to go the David Lynch route with it, where in Twin Peaks, you got answers, but you also got more lore. Yeah. And people weren't necessarily happy with that. The third season didn't exactly thrill people the way that it should have, but he still did what he set out to do. So what's going on with the characters and the supernatural stuff in Twin Peaks, but at the same time, you still don't know. And if he could do that, if he could pull that off, I would be really, really impressed with it, instead of going down the road that you and Yobo are implying he might, where he's going to sell out and give us way too much spelled out shit.
Well, no. I hope he doesn't sell out, and that's why I said before, I hope that the next installment in this franchise is he has just 25 to 50% more of a budget than he had for this movie. Because I think that the way it's going to get fucked up is he gets too much money, which is just going to put too many people's fingers in the pie. And it's eventually going to, with that many people backing and putting in that kind of money, it will eventually going to become where, we need to make this way it could be a fucking
kind of
Saturday
damned if he does
too.
And damned if he doesn't.
I hope it doesn't happen.
I'm kind of leaning towards that as well. It's like you can either fuck it up or not, and
because I mean, you're right. Like Twin Peaks is great, but how many people think it's great? A lot of people don't.
Right,
but it is.
A lot of people. Yeah, it is. It's phenomenal.
Or the Phantasm movies, the whole series of movies, right? That guy didn't sell out.
Yeah, but compare that to major franchises that we're talking about. Compare that to stuff that people have really seen and got into. There are people who love Phantasm the same way that there's people who love Neil Breen movies, where it's like it's a small corner.
Puppet Master.
Well, those people are
okay.
insane.
That's a good example. That's a really good example.
It never sold out. It never made money, but it kept going.
But did they get deeper and deeper into the lore?
No, they just became more and more Nazi. So,
yeah.
Oh, so you're saying Art the Clown is a Nazi?
So you can read into
no.
Yeah, that's right.
I think they should.
Can I just say everything? I love.
I'm just saying they should.
No, you don't understand. No. I love.
Eddie, I'm interested in knowing what your favorite scene is.
It's my favorite art scene. I mean, you guys have nailed some of the bigger ones, so I'll just point out. Other than that, the laundromat scene.
What? I picked every one.
So fucking stupid and funny, and it diminishes him as a character. Man. It sets the base for him, and then we elevate from there going on.
I thought that was so
it was so good. But I have to say, if we're going to do anything, I think we need to just draw a line under it here. Leave this with what it is. Go out, start another universe, and if you want to tangentially tie it into this universe, do that. That's fine. Go ahead and do that. I think that's, as a writer-director, I think that's the approach I would hope.
I think he's going to do that.
I think he's going
to do that exactly.
He already set that up when he did, and he didn't know it, but when he did All Hallows Eve, there's other characters in there besides Art. He could continue doing that.
Yep.
Well, I think that if he keeps going.
Yeah.
He's going to do a Halloween 3?
He could. Yeah, it wouldn't hurt.
Yep.
It wouldn't necessarily hurt. But I think that he's already dangerously close to turning this into like fantasy role play. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because he's got an avatar of good, he's got an avatar of evil. There's definitely people want answers about the origin story, which he's been very, very well, exactly. But I mean, down to Eddie made a joke earlier about it. His name is Art. His father or her father was somehow involved in all this. Yeah. And I think that you can put little pieces of this together if you want to. The same way you could put Twin Peaks pieces together before you got all the answers. There was a surge of electricity before Art comes back in the morgue in the first movie. There's discussion about the fact that her father drove into a power station. So you can put a lot of these pieces together and have theories, and those theories are good, possibly. But if you get answers to those, or if you go any further, then you are going to turn into some like mythological, legendary wings type.
Well, because like Wick, when you had asked me about, once we discover these things, if I'm honest with you, if the answer is that, again, Art is her father and he's the bad and she's the good, I don't like that.
Oh, no, neither do I. That's the thing. No. I would totally reject that.
Right.
I would absolutely reject
I'd rather have no answer than that answer.
Mm-hmm.
But what if the actions of her father caused Art to come into being, kind of in a The Brood, David Cronenberg kind of way,
Well, because in the Notebook,
so what if he foresaw
all the first
that,
movie, right?
And then that comes to pass once he passes out.
I mean, there's a million theories. You could say because he had a tumor, it created an altered brain state, and that's why while she was high, she was able to do that. And maybe her brother has some sort of a fucked up brain chemistry. Which is why the family takes pills, except for the little brother. Who knows?
Right.
Who knows?
I would rather not know.
Yes, I think the little brother throws a whole kink in that thing because, like I said, he's not tripping on any drugs.
But maybe he has an altered brain
but he's able to see the little pale girl.
Right? Maybe he has,
or maybe it's just genetic. Maybe he's part of a lineage or a bloodline.
Or, you know what, maybe because he's kind of like bordering on that whole fucking thing. He's dipping his toe into the whole serial killer Nazi thing, right?
But I guess I'm totally with Asherz. I don't want to know anything.
I don't want to know
I like the mystery of it.
No, exactly, because you're 100% right, Wick, and you're a movie historian, so you know that in history, the least that you show of the monster, the better it is, right? Yours is good because the fucking shark all got fucked up and you didn't see him too much. If that shark worked and we saw the shark to the way
no, not at all. But think about all the stuff that also is psychologically frightening or terrifying to you that you don't have an explanation for. I love to talk about The Shining when Candice isn't around because fuck that. Because the reason why it's so powerfully scary to people who are willing to allow it to scare them is because a lot of the bug fuck crazy shit that happens in that movie, there's no real explanation for it other than this hits me on a primal level of holy shit, that's fucked up.
Yeah, so
and that's a lot scarier because you don't know what
friend
the
of the show, Seth Sherwood, who we had on, he did a big post of 12 things that make horror scary, like things that you can do or notes to hit on, right?
Okay.
And one of them that I wholeheartedly agree with, and I brought it up before, don't explain the motive of the killer. Don't show me why or who or what.
No.
What I can imagine is 10 times more fucking scary than what you show me on screen. And that...
Do you know why? Do you know why? I'm opening the floodgates to make fun of him. But Fred Rogers, Mr.
Yep.
Rogers used to say, if kids are scared of something, they won't be scared of something if they talk about it. The more you talk about something, the more you explore something, the less frightening it becomes. Everybody any human being with a brain is afraid of the unknown. Yeah. That's the point. That's the point. Once you know, it's not scary.
Makes you wonder why women like a lot of true crime. Meanwhile, women are often more perpetrated by those kinds of crimes. maybe they're fucking afraid of it. No, maybe they're fucking afraid of it. I mean,
it's a way to get famous, right?
Trying to allay some of those fears.
Anytime anybody has gotten ever in a pulpit and said, I want answers, I want definitive answers, I want to know about this, they're disappointed when they discover the answers. If Bigfoot literally had a press conference tomorrow,
and his foot was big,
and said, all right, guys, I've been hiding out, but it's time for me to come out. So many people, the whole Asherz community would be like, oh, fuck, God damn it.
Yeah, Asherz, really, what do you really, for real, if tomorrow, if the government released, like, here's 100% proof, here's video of us interacting with it, Bigfoot is 100% real, this, that, what do you think would happen with, like, the community? Would you think, like, everybody be like, hey, we're finally right, everything is cool and great, or would you think there'd be people who splinter off and be like, no, there's something wrong with this isn't the real Bigfoot, or something crazy stuff like that?
You know, that people would be like, oh, no, the government's just lying.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, they want us to look at this Bigfoot, but this is a fake Bigfoot because the real Bigfoot's over doing this.
We see that a lot, and just look at fucking climate change.
Yeah.
Well,
we know that's real, but how many people are like, no, it's not real, and it's like, but guys, it is though, like for real, like, and they don't care.
Look at what the government has released, like the Navy has released about UFOs lately, like,
and there's still people that are like, but that's not real, and it's like,
well, those aren't the real UFOs. Dude, they're admitting to it. Like, what are you
Well, no, because what's brilliant about that is because then it throws into doubt. Then you can throw into the thing with, well, is it like an unmanned drone, and that's what they're looking at, and that's why it's a military thing, and that's why they're filming it and all that stuff, right? Because then they still add the doubt to it, but
everybody wants to be part of something. Every human
right?
being wants to be part of something, and if it's part of something where I can come across as being slightly smarter than you about this something, because I've got an inside track, I've got a little bit more information, I've got knowledge, or a podcast, or I'm a film historian. Or it's anything like that. It's anybody. People want that no matter what. And the climate deniers, they're part of a group, and they like being part of that group. It's a conspiracy. The whole January 6th. Come on, people, open your eyes.
Right.
Let me just say this, because I know that even if he did by any chance start to listen to this show, there's no way he's made it through all the way this. I have a police officer friend who to this day says January 6th was no big deal. And any time that we mention about the police officers that were attacked and died and all that stuff, his response is, what about Black Lives Matter, what they did? What about all the things that they burned down? They burned down a police station. And I'm like, yeah, January 6th, they tried to burn down the fucking capital of the United States of America. No, it's not the same thing. Antifa, this, that. No shit, for real.
What about the fact that your entire career is based on a profession that was created in order to keep slaves in line? What about that?
Yeah.
And protect property. That's it. Those are the two things. To catch slaves who got away and to protect property. And look, I'm not going to be the one who says that every single cop is bad, because I'm sure there's some cops who are good. But that old adage about that if there's one cop who knows that there's another cop who's bad, now you got two bad cops. If that other cop doesn't turn the other cop in. And if you're going to hold yourself up, if you want all this extra respect and all this extra adulation thrown on you and extra care taken about you with all your union dues that you get, you got to be held to a higher standard. So if you do something that's fucked up, you're going to get a little bit more punishment, a little bit more trouble than the average Joe citizen whose job it is.
That's why we don't need to know about Art the Clown in Terrifier 2.
That's just my opinion.
No, I was going to...
that's why, thank God, nobody knows my face. I don't have a driver. I'm never driving down the road.
Tim, you're absolutely right. With extreme responsibility, That's the only way that you should get extreme access or privilege. And Wick with, yep. And Wick with what
Spider-Man,
you said.
that shit. Come on, police officers. Come on.
And Wick with
fucking
what you
Aunt
said,
May,
the borders and the margins
of
of what we understand and what we can explain is where horror can exist. And the more we can explain, the less horror there is. Asherz, is there anything you want us to pay attention to on the internet?
This is true.
Yeah, sure. You can follow me on Twitter and Instagram at It's Asherz with a Z. I watch really fucked up horror movies, but also I study the strange and unusual and unknown.
So if you want to know a little bit more about a little bit of the more in the margins things that exist in our universe, but from a purely scientific and investigative perspective, check that out. Wick, what about you, my friend?
Well, if you want to interact with a true film historian, then you should look me up, and I'll school you. Sorry, guys. I'm the only guy on here without a podcast at this point. But if you check me out on Instagram, it's wick.718. I try to be funny. I try to play along, and I show you all the little guys that I paint in order to make extra cash.
Love those. Love the miniatures. Tim, what about you, my friend?
Thank you.
Just listen to us. If you enjoy us, please join Patreon. Yeah. If you can't join the Patreon, just give us like 5 stars on whatever thing you're listening to. Don't 4 stars. Yeah. Why bother? If you're already fucking signed into your account, whatever, face fucking ID, thumbprint shit, whatever the fuck.
For what it takes for you to pick up your device, do whatever it takes to unlock it. Go over to your podcast app, find where you can go rate. Yeah.
If you made it this far, motherfuckers,
considered like a
we
prize
deserve
like
5
if you
stars,
subscribe
right?
for like $50 a month, and like Yobo will leave a message on your voicemail that says you should go fist fuck your mother.
Look, I will say this: if there is some motherfucking cocksucker who can send fucking digital cards for $99, you want digital Yobo card with my fucking paper bag on, me standing over the Statue of Liberty. Another one, me being Bigfoot shaking hands.
I'm not talking about.
I'll give that one to you, Asher. You can only buy that one for $89.
And by the way, it's also illegal what you were talking about, Wick, according to Patreon, to have a raffle that's involved in your Patreon reward.
Well, I don't mean a raffle. I just mean if you pay this money, then Tim will call you up and leave a voicemail message, tell you to go fist fuck your mother.
Fair.
Well, no. Can't we do a workaround where Wick is holding the raffle for us?
At this level, I'll pay somebody to hold a raffle.
All right? Come on, motherfuckers. There ain't no shit that I can't find a workaround.
If you want to hear more of this, I don't know why, but go to patreon.com/bloodybits. You can get access to our bonus episodes, as well as over 3,200 movies, much like this, on the Blood Bank. There's also, I just added
a bunch of new movies just today. Added, too.
There's always going to be more,
like,
folks. Everybody, thank you so much for joining me today. I love it, and I had such a great time. No, not yet. That's going to be...
Is it Merry Christmas yet or not yet? Oh, well, no. Happy
that's going to be
holidays,
next week when we have to cover...
No Merry Christmas. Happy holidays. Tonight's the first night of Hanukkah, so happy
Twilight
Hanukkah,
movie.
Happy holidays.
Oh, you bastards.
Yeah.
You bastards.
Ooh, yeah. Well, to finish up the series, she has to watch the rest of Breaking Bad.
That Twilight movie and covering it might just be how I end it. Goodbye.
I'm trying to remember what happens in the next chapter. Is this the one where they have to go to the vampire thing in Italy? And
Don't
he runs out in front
fucking
of
care.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Group of tourists sparkling.